Awesome. All right, dude. How you doing? So yeah, Patrick, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody? Because no sense in me doing it. Better you than me.
Oh, well, I'm Patrick from Germany, running Iron Bonehead Productions and doing vocals and Boxxa. Yeah, that's it pretty
Sweet.
much.
So I'm pretty. So yeah, you and I have never actually officially met. I've only talked through
Sure.
email. But I don't even know if you realize this or know this, but you've met our younger brother Craig when he was in Nunslaughter. Do you realize that, or you knew that, or
No, actually not. No.
because Nunslaughter, do they stay at your place, or they? Do you know what year that was when they came to Germany?
I think they played a festival where I had a distro cell. That must have been Miracuidi Festival in East Germany, easily like 10 years or more ago. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was probably like when Craig was in the band, our younger brother. He was a Reaper. He was on Hex.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was probably in the band from somewhere around 2004 to 2014ish, probably somewhere in that
Yeah,
area.
yeah. That should be the Miracuidi Festival in East Germany. Yeah, and well, I know him from Crucifix.
Okay, so yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
even realize that he was related to us then at Hell's Headbangers.
Oh, I knew about that. Yeah, sure.
Okay, and now have you ever met? Obviously the person you talk to the most is Chase, who's obviously my brother as well.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Have you? Because I know he goes overseas a bunch for I don't know, he's chasing tail or whatever the fuck he does. Have you ever met him? I don't even know if you have or not.
No, 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 no. Never met him. It's all by email for so many years now. But yeah, we never
Yeah.
managed to actually met.
Do you? Because I don't even know the answer to this because, as I like to put it, I'm the elaborate packer around here, and now I just get to hang out in moron land as well on social media. For better or worse. But do you remember like when roughly you got in contact with Chase of Hell's Headbangers and dealing with us? I mean, I know it had to been earliest 2000s, but do you even happen to remember? Like, did you contact us or did he contact you?
Wow,
Obviously, it had to been for a trade, but
wow. I think it was basically we got in touch with when I did those Nunslaughter records back then,
mm-hmm.
the two live records.
You talking
I
about
think
it was One Night in Hell and
radio
Radio Damnation?
damnation. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And yeah, I think we got in touch at those times, starting to trade and deal, and yeah, and it was always Chase I
yeah,
dealt with. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Because it's me, Eric, and Chase that own the company.
right.
We're the ones that started it, and Chase was always doing the website shit and contacting people. Especially at that time, Eric was the only one doing layouts. And then me, I was basically doing all the bullshit, all the
Yeah,
grunt, going to pack and going to the post office, casing CDs, scanning shit for the site, all the grunt shit. So that it was
yeah.
the three of
I
us.
hear you.
But it's the three of us to this day that still own it and do it. But a lot of times it's funny because, dude, with this channel, people are like Hell's Headbangers, J Dog, etc. And people like yourself that are veterans of dealing with us or knowing who we are, for the most part, they don't even the people in the know don't even know who I am. It's all these
Yeah,
children in the scene that are following, like J Dog. I'm like, dude, they don't even know who I am. I was like, everyone in the scene
yeah,
knows who
yeah.
Chase is. It was like,
I think
J
it
who?
took
Like
a
what?
I think it took
What's
a
that?
while to people to realize that it's more than one person
Yeah.
running the label. Yeah.
I wanted to comment. So you did, yeah. I knew you did Radio Damnation. You did One Night in Hell as well by
Yes.
Nunslaughter.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
funny because I've shouted those out on my channel. Those are like some of my favorite live official albums ever of all time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Specifically those two. They're
Yeah.
definitely my favorite. They're definitely my favorite Nunslaughter live recordings, but they're some of my favorite lives of all time, specifically because they sound good. But
Yeah.
obviously Jim and Don's commentary in between songs, the stage
Yeah.
banner is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. True. True. Yeah. Especially the radio nation with the really good sound quality. That's
Yeah,
excellent stuff. Yeah.
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 I like Jim's line too. He's like, "Yeah, it's fucking pedals broke. Must have been built by Christians."
Yeah.
Just as that. Now so obviously you met Jim though, right? Rest in peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did because I mean he was like one of my best friends, and I met him when I was like I think I first met Jim when I was 15. What did you think of him? I don't know if him being a stranger to you, like, because he was one of a kind. Like, he's a character that all these people I never met him, they have no idea, like, absolutely zero calls. Like, you, there's not a human being walking this earth to this day that's even anything even close to like that guy
Yeah,
was.
he
When he came
definitely
over
was
there and
one
you
of a
met him, was
kind.
he just quiet and polite, or how what did you do you have any memories or
Oh, he
experiences or
was always super, super smart, open for conversation. You could sit with him and talk forever about records.
yeah. Hmm.
Foremost, that's like sitting with him, having a drink, and just talk about music, having a good time. That's how I
Yeah.
remember him. Always a good guy, always up to some fun, always
Yeah.
joking around. Yeah, that's how I remember him. Yeah.
Did you? Because I mean, obviously in Germany, you guys are known for liking you're known for liking your beers over there.
Yeah.
Jim didn't drink or smoke at
No,
all. Like I don't
no.
even think he ever even tasted a beer. Like
Oh,
nothing. He didn't
I don't
admit
know,
it.
but I know he wasn't drinking. Yeah. I'm not sure if he ever tried one, but I know he wasn't drinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, he was all fun and good to talk to. He doesn't needed alcohol or whatever stuff to be what he was.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
So now, when did you? Because I'm hoping to do this maybe with like Yosuke as well, because we all kind of started around the same time. But what year did Iron Bonehead officially start? I think it was slightly
95.
before
95.
95.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh fuck, you're
Yeah.
way before us then. I didn't
Yeah.
realize you're that early.
Yeah. 95, but it took a while to come up with the first vinyl release. Before it was a tape label under a different name. And
Okay.
but I had like the label name and the logo and the distribution going, but I had to collect money to come up with the first vinyl releases because that was my aim, not to keep up going with tapes, but come up with actual vinyl releases. And no CDs at the time. It was only in the beginning. It was meant to only release vinyl. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, I do remember. Yeah, I do remember that for years. Yeah, you didn't do any CDs whatsoever.
no, no. It just
Was it?
started later when actually bands came up and like, we want to release with you, but we also want to have a CD release. And I
Yeah,
said, yeah, I'm not
I
doing
forgot all about
CDs, and
that.
that sucks. But we want to release with you and whatever. At some point, I just made my mind about this because I want to support the band. The band want to stay with me. So I had to give in and say, okay, I do CDs too.
So okay, yeah, I'm actually glad you brought that up because I forgot all about that. Now, so for how old are you then? Because you're obviously older than me.
I'm 48.
Okay, so I'll be 41 next month. So yeah, so when you started at night, so you were young, like when me, Eric, and Chase started the business, it was in 2001. I was only 16. We were
Yeah,
just kids. And actually, I don't even know if you know the story. We started just as a distro, right?
yeah,
And it was just a distro, online distro. The reason we started the label, rewind back, we were just talking about was Jim from Nunslaughter because he wanted somebody to put out his side project band Spawn of Satan.
yeah,
And we were already friends with Jim, and he knew we were doing the distro. Now, I don't know if he just asked because he's like, let's just see what they say, or if he was confused about what we were doing. Like maybe he thought we were doing a record label and we weren't. And he's like, hey, would you guys be willing to put out my Spawn of Satan on CD? And we're like, wow, we don't know anything about it. Like, what, huh? And he kind of just told us, and it's like, well, how much does that cost? And he's like, well, you usually press 1,000 CDs, and it's about $1,000. And we were just kids, and we're like, oh well shit, yeah, that's easy. Like who the fuck don't have $1,000? Like we already had jobs and shit by that. Like, yeah, oh yeah, of course we could do that. Like that's it, they're that, we didn't realize they were that cheap. Like, oh shit. But it started for that reason. But what was your reason then when starting its vinyl only? Is it because you yourself, you don't like CDs, you're only vinyl, and you're trying to put out a statement? Because a lot of these kids of today too, dude, they don't realize, like, they buy vinyl records now because, as you know, vinyl sells well, but especially in the 90s, people weren't buying fucking vinyl. I mean, there was the true underground heads, but it was way less than it is for the last 15 years.
yeah.
So why
True.
were you only doing vinyl? Was it?
Because that's just my favorite format. That's my format to listen metal music on. It's just the sound of the vinyl. It's the big jacket and maybe a
Yeah.
booklet or whatever. Holding a CD in your hand is still to me like it's just not so touchable.
I agree.
Put the
I
disc
agree. Yeah,
in, and then you have this tiny booklet. And if it's badly designed, you can't even read the lyrics or the credits.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So most of the times, a CD doesn't make much point for me. And the pure listening pleasure is like putting on the vinyl on the record player, even turning it. Well, it's a bit annoying with 7 inches these days.
Yeah, I know.
I used to
It is.
enjoy them a lot more when I was younger. But yeah, 12 inch or let's say 10 inch, it's a pure listening pleasure and a format on itself.
My problem with 7 inches these days, like I haven't bought in too many 7 inches in recent years, a few, but the reason being is because I think and I've said this years ago, I think bands are fucking it up the way they're doing it. They're
Mm.
either using the same songs on the 7 inch that they put on an album, or
Right.
it's just half-ass songs where you could tell it's like, oh, this song's
Yeah.
mediocre and putting on it. When I loved 7 inches, the reason I loved them is because it was on nothing else. It was limited, and it was some of the band's best songs. For example, the first three Destroyer 666 7 inches. Like, who the fuck doesn't like Satanic Speed Metal? That's one of
Yeah.
the greatest black and thrash songs ever written, in my opinion. But the only way
Agreed.
you owned that at the time was it was on that 7 inch.
Right.
So it was worth like kind of flipping or having. You know what I mean?
Same with a shitload of death metal
Yeah,
that came out back then. Some of the
yeah,
bands were the best songs on the 7 inch and exclusive songs on the 7 inch.
correct.
That
And it
that
seems
made
like
it so
most bands,
special.
they're people are still putting out 7 inches, but they're not doing that. They're just putting like half-assed reused tracks. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
what's the point then?
Yeah. True that. Yeah.
So
And it
you
was
know,
like a step like a demo tape, and then was the 7 inch with like new songs prior to the album.
yeah,
So it was some new music between the demo and the first album. And that's what I loved about it. It's like the demo tape, you got 2 or 3 new songs on the 7 inch, and a little later there was the album coming with different songs.
yeah,
So that's why I really enjoyed 7 inches back then. And of course, they were dirt cheap back then.
yeah. They're expensive as fuck now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, the
well,
production of a 7 inch is pretty much what you pay for a 12 inch these days.
I know,
Yeah.
100%. It is. Yeah. Well, especially it's basically because you pretty much have to sell a 7 inch for basically almost $15 now,
Yeah.
and 15 years ago, that's what we were selling LPs for.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So, how is because you're in like arguably, I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but if it has to be one of the top metal countries in the world, if I mean, I always when people say what has the biggest metal scene in the world as far as metal popularity, I was like, in my opinion, Germany. Um, how is the doing the business there? Like, do you do this for a living now? I'm assuming you do this full time,
Yeah.
or
I do this full time since pretty much 2005.
dude, you know what's funny about that is that's
It's 20 years now, full time.
yeah, 20 years.
Yeah.
Because 20 years is when me, Eric, and Chase, we moved out of our parents' house. We bought a house together. The three of us lived in it, and we ran Hell's Headbangers out of it for the next 4 to 5 years. And then we're in the warehouse that we're in now. But I started doing Hell's full time. Chase started first. He quit his job first. And then I quit my day job to do Hell's full time in, I was 2007 then. And then that's how long I've been doing it. Just no day job, nothing, just
Yeah.
Hell's since 2007. Yeah. So we're right around the same time frame then as far as that.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
So, but how is it in Germany? Like, are you when you're shipping? Is it primarily just in Europe and Germany? Or are you shipping? I mean, I know you're obviously shipping all over the world, but like, how many orders from the U.S. do you get? Is it like one or two a day, one a week, barely yet, like a ton? Like,
It's more like 1 or 2 a day. Yeah.
okay,
Well, right now it's a bit difficult with the new customs
yeah, how is
regulations.
that?
So
Yeah,
that's a big pain in the ass. But before that, it was easily like 1 or 2 orders a day. Or if there is a new release with whatever colored vinyl that is only available directly through our
yeah,
shop, then there's more orders. But yeah, like 1 or 2 a day. But
okay,
it's I ship everywhere, wherever
yeah,
orders.
same.
There's a lot of orders from Asia and South America, whatever. So there's no
Yeah.
restrictions.
Now, but are you primarily shipping all into Germany in your same country?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Germany or Europe in general. I
yeah,
mean, France got a big scene. Uh, Belgium is pretty big. There's a lot of especially for vinyl, a lot of collectors who still keep buying vinyl, even the price range went up so much. But yeah, Europe in general is pretty big for me. Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you still? I think you did at some point. Do you still sell at the music festivals? Like, because I mean, you guys get a lot of fests over there.
I stopped that. It was too time consuming. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, the preparation time of a couple days before, putting everything in boxes, putting price stickers on the records and whatever, then going to the festival, staying there for days, being away from the warehouse to actually take care of the business, then coming back, resorting, inventory, whatever. It was just too time
Yeah.
consuming. So
Yeah.
I stopped that. Yeah.
When was the last year you vended at a fest?
Oh, wow. It's a couple of years ago, at least 5 years, maybe even more.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I was told that you said this by what's his name? Randy from what's that zine? He used to do Metal Storm, I think, or something. Does that ring a bell? He said he
Yeah.
met
Yeah. That's
yeah,
many
for whatever.
years ago, I think.
Yeah, he told me the story. Grant, the guy doesn't like me no more, which is weird. I don't know why, but nonetheless, that's fine. I tell everybody, I was like, you get to know me well enough. I was like, you probably won't like me, so that's fine. But
Right.
I haven't talked to him in a couple of years since he just stopped talking to me for I have no idea the reason why, but whatever. I probably said something on the channel or whatever, and he got his panties up in a knot, but he joined the fucking club. But nonetheless, he told me this story and I thought was funny as hell. I don't remember the exact words, but it was about the Wacken that you have in Germany, which is obviously the biggest metal fest.
Right.
Something about how he was going to that, and you're like, oh shit, that's a farmer poser fest or something.
Yeah, it is. And
So
he's 100% right about that.
is okay, so that is the correct term, farmer poser.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was just laughing my ass off. I was like, what's a farmer poser? I just gotta know.
It's like all the people from the countryside who during the year actually don't listen to metal. But then there's this huge Wacken festival with also some funny bands they're playing loud, like country music in the US, whatever this is over here. Those bands joined the billing now. So it's like pretty much farmer boys going there for 1 week and getting shit faced.
Okay.
Doesn't even matter who's actually playing there, I think.
So when was the last time you gone to Wacken?
99 to see Venom.
Oh, holy shit, that long ago. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first Venom reunion. So we went there to see Venom.
Now, is there any fests, in your opinion, doesn't have to be in Germany, just in Europe, that you do think are worthy of going to?
Oh, there's a lot of underground festivals, not the big ones, but the underground festivals are definitely there's plenty festivals to go to. Yeah.
But it's like Hellfest in France. Is that shit?
Oh, that's huge. That's
I know it's huge.
I think that's even bigger than Wacken. I've
So,
never
like, but
been
I'm
there,
saying
never really cared.
someone like myself from the States, is that
Yeah.
something that you would recommend? Oh, dude, don't even bother. That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never been there. And
Oh, you
but
don't?
I
Okay.
think it's even bigger than Wacken. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what about you? Because you were in Witchburner and you're not on the Boxxa. Is that how you pronounce it? Boxxa?
Just as you speak it, because I mean it's Lovecraft, so you can make out of it whatever you want. We just say Boxxa, like you
You want you
spell
want
it.
to you want to hear a funny Dawn of the Dead story about Boxxa?
Yeah, tell me.
So this is when we weren't friends yet, but I met him. We knew each other. I think we just started working with Nunslaughter. So this is very early 2000s. I met him probably 3 to 5 times at this point, and I think we are on board, or maybe just did the Nunslaughter Setinex split 7-inch, which was the first Nunslaughter release we did. So we're vending at a show, me, Eric, and Chase, because we used to vend at shows all the time, even the local shows. And we're set up, and we have CDs set up. And I think it was the Boxxa Ungod split. Did they do a
Oh
split
yeah,
of Ungod?
with the 2 demos on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just looking through our CDs, and he's like, because he's looking at on the side how it says, like, what does that say? Fucking banana? He's like, fuck yeah, bro. I'm gonna be starting a new band called Peach. I was like, well, I don't think it says banana, dude. It's like I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, these fucking bands of today and their names, like what do you do? So I just thought it was funny as shit. So every
We
time I see
realized
that,
over the last couple of years that a lot of people have a bit of a problem pronouncing the name, but it's just as you spell it.
yeah, that's how I just call it Boxxa, but I just assumed I was pronouncing it wrong. But
and that's right. Yeah.
When did because I didn't even know you were a part of that at all. I just knew you from Witchburner. When did you start Boxxa? When did you join that?
2017, 2018, right before the show at Destroying Texas Fest happened.
Okay.
They the guys played Destroying Texas Fest with Angad, and Carlos, the promoter, came up with the idea: why not having Boxxa playing the fest too, like a special thing, one-off show, whatever. So the guys came back home and talked to the original members. They all had been out of the scene for years now. And in first place, they were interested to play that one-off show in Texas. But while the fest actually came closer, they were like, oh shit, we have to rehearse or getting back into the songs, and the interest was going down. So, but since it was already announced, they had to come up with a different idea. So they were looking for a keyboarder and they were looking for a vocalist. And since I've been friends with the guys for many years, since I grew up in pretty much the same area, they came up to me asking if I would be interested to join them for the gig. And then the idea with the Never Surrender Festival came up. So it was like, okay, we play Texas, we play Never Surrender, and then we're good. We just play the demo songs and the cover of Acheron, and that's it. And yeah, while we kept rehearsing those live tracks, we realized that there's a really good connection between everyone. We get super well along. We have actual ideas came up to come up with a new song, and well, that's how it happened. It actually was never planned to come up with any new songs, but since things worked out so well, we just thought, well, let's do it. Let's give it a try. If it works, it works. Otherwise, we just keep going and do whatever we do. Yeah.
No, what do you do in that band?
Vocals.
Okay, vocals. You don't play guitar or anything. You only just
No,
always do
no,
vocals,
no,
right?
no, no.
Now, when you I don't even know the story. Did you get kicked out? Bad blood. You quit Witchburner. What year was that, and why did you leave Witchburner?
That was that. I think that was like 2003 or four. I can't
Okay,
really remember more. I moved to Berlin at the time, and
okay,
Berlin to the old hometown where the other guys are living is like a 4 hours car ride.
okay, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, they didn't really like the idea much that I will stop by once a month to rehearse, and yeah, things kind of slowly fell apart between us with the distance.
Because the first full length without you is the Blood of Witches, right? Am I correct?
Well, the first one is the same title with the black and white cover with the woodcut.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm talking about the first one without you singing.
Without me, oh,
Yeah,
I don't even really know how it's called.
I thought it was Blood of Witches, but I think that's the
Maybe,
last one that I heard or know. But
yeah,
because Incarnation of Evil is my favorite.
yeah. And German
Um,
Thrashing War, the mini was the last thing I did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well, there was this Nunslaughter tribute thing. We did a cover,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. Yep,
and
yep.
there was a Bulldozer tribute.
Uh,
We did a cover. I'm not even sure. Maybe we even did the 7 inch afterwards with 2 new songs, but I'm not sure if that was before the mini or after. Yeah,
okay.
but German Trash and War was like the last big release I was on.
No, but I'm pretty sure the LPs. I don't know. You released most of them on Iron Bonehead, right?
No, Undercover Records from
Oh,
Germany.
undercover. Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
are you still? I don't even know. Is Witchburner still do? I mean, I know they continued for a while without you. Are they
yeah.
still around now?
I actually I think so because I recently saw them being announced on a German festival. I think they're somehow still around.
So you don't really talk to them at all then?
No, not at all. No, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, do you kind of like miss doing those days? It's funny because when I knew you were a Witchburner and Iron Bonehead, I always pictured you as more of a thrash guy since you were
Mm,
a thrash singer. But then with Iron Bonehead, you primarily put out more death metal.
mm.
So I guess what do you consider yourself, more of a death metal guy or thrash
I'm
metal?
a metal guy.
Just metal guy. Okay.
Yeah, there's no boundaries for me. I mean, I listen
I
from
agree, dude. But
traditional
dude,
heavy metal to whatever grindcore. I listen to everything.
okay,
There's no, I couldn't say I'm more on death or more on black or more on thrash or whatever. I just listen to what I grew up with and what I kept listening to. I mean, you started whatever listening to Metallica and Slayer and AC/DC and Motorhead, and then you went on starting death metal, starting first thrash, then death metal, and black metal, whatever. So the typical evolution of like, in my case, the late 80s and then the 90s coming. So, and I never stopped listening to any of this. I just
yeah.
always listened to the stuff I grew up with.
What was the first death metal album that you heard then?
Oh, fuck. That's a good question. Wow. I can't even remember the first album anymore, but it must be something like Morbid Angel or, well, Possessed. But for the 90s, definitely Morbid Angel, D-Side. Um, yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So
But
it's funny you said
actually, I really can't remember which was the very first death metal record I listened to.
so it's funny. You kind of just said it without saying it, and it's an ongoing theme on this channel, especially guys that I interviewed, and especially older guys. Possess Seven Churches. Is that a death metal album or a thrash metal album?
Well, since they got the song death metal, I think they kind of made put it in that direction, but it's more of a thrash metal album.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you consider then? Because this is the ongoing theme. If that's not the first death metal studio album, omitting demos and shit like that, what is the first studio death metal full length then, in your opinion? I've asked this to multiple guys, and a lot say Seven Churches, but some don't. There's other guys that they have their own opinion. I mean, I'm sure you have a few guesses of what the others could be, but what do you think? What would be your answer then?
Morbid Angel.
Abominations.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, I could see that. Yeah, it's funny you say that
Yeah.
because some guys will say like Scream Bloody Gore. And I'm like,
Mm.
that doesn't make sense. I was like, because if you don't consider Seven Churches a death metal album, which I personally do, but I could see the argument. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I was like, well, 86 was before 87, which is when Scream Bloody Gore came out. I was like, minimally, you had Abominations of Desolation and Repulsion Horrified, which some people call it, grindcore death metal. But at
Yeah.
that time in 86, they just called it death metal. So I
Yeah.
was like, there's no way in fuck you could say Horrified or Abominations or thrash. Like, I don't think anybody would say that. So I
Yeah.
was like, at the very least, it would have to be somewhere in 86, one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Possessed, the Seven Churches just has so many trash riffs still in it. I
Uh,
mean, there's for sure an evolution later, but maybe call them, yeah, the organizers of that death metal sound that later was brought forward, but it's not a straight death metal album in my books. It's just too
Scream,
thrashy
you talk about
to
Seven Churches or Scream Bloody Gore?
Seven Churches.
So, okay.
But
Now,
Scream Bloody Gore got those thrash riffs in there too.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, what do you think of, because again, you might be out of the loop since you're not on social media, or at least less than even I am. There's there's these kids of today that say that Death is one of the big four of death metal bands as far as greatest death metal bands ever.
Mm.
My response to that is like, how is that even possible when they basically have two death metal albums, maybe three if you count Spiritual Healing? I was like, the rest, I was like,
Yeah.
whether you like them or not, I was like, there's no way you could call Sounds of Perseverance and that shit. There's no way you could call that death metal. Let's just forget if you like it or not. That's fine. But I was like, how are they one of the tops if half their catalog is not even death metal?
Yeah.
What would you say to that?
It was never so important to myself. I mean, I like the albums. I listen to them a lot. I even go till Spiritual Healing. I like that record.
Yeah.
But it's not like the most played record.
Right.
And well, Chuck was never so much of an interesting person to myself. And I think times, especially when touring, I mean, there's a lot of stories going on. There's a reason it's fuck Chuck.
There is, dude. A
So
lot of people don't even know that there's that bootleg LP.
yeah,
Dog owns it, of course.
yeah,
Is it says "fuck Chuck," and that's the show where Chuck wasn't singing.
yeah,
And it's funny because a lot of these kids, they're like, "Oh, I'm a huge Death fan and shit like that," and they say that I make fun of them. I was like, I don't. Facts are not attacks. It's like me telling the truth or me telling what actually happened is not attacking the band.
yeah.
And it's like you don't even know about that shit. You don't even have it. I was like, so technically, you're saying you're a bigger fan than me. I was like, and I know more shit about them than you do. Like, what the
Right.
fuck? Yeah, it was fuck Chuck. Literally, it says it on the record. I have it.
Yeah, yeah. So
But I
well,
don't remember who is singing on that. I forget who they got to sing for it. Do you know what I'm talking
no,
about?
I don't know that one.
Yeah, I can't. But yeah, it's because when I forget the whole story. Like you were saying, like he left the tour because I think it was some over something stupid too. But yeah, I've heard all kinds of bad things about Chuck through this
I think
grapevine.
he at the end he even got pissed on people like doing stage diving and what stuff like that, which was a big part of the metal scene back then. Going to a show and headbang and stage dive and whatever. I mean, look at all the old videos. It was part of the whole thing, of the whole experience. And he was pissed off that people are doing that.
Yeah,
I don't really get that. That's a bit, I
funny
don't
because
know.
Death was actually the
It
first
looks
band
to
I
me
saw.
like a bit too much of a rock star attitude.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah, it comes off as that big time. Yeah. Now, what was the for? Did you ever see Death live over there
I
in Germany?
saw them once, I think, on, well, did I saw? I think so, on a festival, but that was at a later point.
Yeah, no, that's the same here because I saw them in '98, and that's the first band I saw live. I was
Yeah,
13.
yeah,
So they're already on their quote unquote, you know, crappy album or whatever you want to call it. But
yeah,
nonetheless, when you're a kid, it's kind of like that's what you're saying. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So what was the first metal show that you went to?
Oh, it was a local show when I was really like 11 or 12 or something like that. And it was at a local metal bar, and it was a speed metal band called Disaster Area,
Hmm.
but they never released something. It was just good old 80s speed metal. Yeah.
What year would that have been?
Again,
What year would that have been that you saw that?
oh, 90, 91, something like that.
Okay,
Very early 90s. Yeah.
you're about 15, 16 at that time.
Earlier. Yeah. 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 Maybe, yeah. 13, 14. Yeah. I don't know.
Now, with Iron
But
Bonehead, you don't
the
do.
first big show I went to was seeing Sodom. That
Oh,
was
wait,
the
oh, wait.
first, the biggest show at a young age I saw for the Tapping the Vein tour.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
you like everything by Sodom, or do you have a certain cutoff as like a lot of people?
It stops at some point, especially with the newer stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not so much of a big fan. I think the last good Sodom for me was like M16.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then they
Probably
kind
not.
of lost me.
Now, have you ever met Tom and all them?
I met him once, but that's years ago on a festival. He was actually staying with us at a bar having some beers. Yeah.
Oh no, shit. So you got to
Yeah.
actually kind of like hang out with them.
He was super easy to deal with, no rock star, or whatever. He was just, yeah, he already had some and he wanted some more. And we were standing around and had a few words and had a few beers. Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
With you, because with an email you insinuated it. You don't do any social media at all for Iron Bonehead, then?
Oh, I do. I do Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, I do that.
Okay, so you post on there, and like,
Yeah.
so I guess you kind of see the newer generation of kids and stuff like that. What is your, especially because you said earlier, hell, you weren't even into CDs, you're just vinyl only. So
Yeah.
the underground of the underground. What is your take on the modern the modern metalist, especially the kids, where their primary source of metal music is listening to it on Spotify and YouTube? They don't buy anything physical format whatsoever.
Mm.
What is your take on that?
Wow. Well, for me, this is not dedicated to the music at all.
Yeah.
Don't spend anything. Okay, well, maybe a Spotify account you have to pay some euros or
Uh,
dollars. But to me, this is not dedicated to the music. if you are really into the music, if you want to deal with a band, if you want to find out about the band, and if you actually want to support the band, you go and buy the record, be it
Yeah,
LP or a CD. If you don't want to have an LP, go for the CD or go for the tape. If you're
yeah,
short on cash or whatever, but go and buy a format, have something in your hand, put it on your stereo, and read the lyrics, read the credits or whatever, have the cover in your hands, watch it. What want the band? Well, most of the times, I hope bands have a meaning with the cover art and
yeah.
lyrics and whatever. But yeah, just feel it, you know. And if you just stream something, sometimes even in shitty quality, that's just like to me not like you're actually a dedicated fan of the music.
Yeah, you worded it more politely than I do. I just said, yeah, to describe those people. I was like, in my opinion, dude, I was like, at best case scenario, they're a weekend warrior, which is basically what you said, not dedicated. I was like, or more than likely, they're just a full blown fucking poser.
Yeah, yeah. I
So that
think
was
the
all.
word poser wimp is not used so many times these days anymore, like it
You
was
ain't
back in the day.
you ain't watching my channel then, brah. Which obviously you're not, dude. My two favorite words are fucking wimps and posers. Like Cam
Yeah,
Lee said, all posers and wimps should be thrown in the pit. And I don't think he
yeah,
was talking about the mosh pit either. He was talking about the fucking fire pits of fire. Throw them in there, goddamn it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, but oh yeah, we use it all the time. Dude, that's part of the reason why I guess my channel, if you want to call it, blew up. I don't know if it blew up, but I mean, it's got a decent following, I guess. Is because I'm the only one that talks about that shit. Now, there's a lot of channels that have come up since, and people are like copying my lingo and shit, which is, I guess, kind of flattering and cool, but at the same time, it's cringy as hell. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Like, it's obvious you're just repeating what I'm saying. It's stupid. But
Yeah.
no, I call that shit all the time, dude, because
But do
I
you
figure that's
notice
what people.
yourself that this poser whims or even calling a band or label or whatever, boycotting them, that this is pretty much gone these days, or it's
Uh,
already happening for a couple of years?
yeah,
Sometimes it feels to me like everybody has to be friends with everyone and oh, don't step my toes and everything is so nicely.
100%.
There's no more aggression and no one like, yeah, say your band sucks and you're just a bunch of weekend warriors, as you were just
Hmm.
saying. I think this disappeared a lot, that kind of mentality.
Yeah, dude, you would do great on a YouTube channel then, because yeah, you have very similar mindsets, and I think people like the refreshing take of not all this fake shit. It's just like I was telling you earlier about the guy Randy, for example. I'm just using him as an example, like, because I don't think he likes me anymore, and that's fine. Like, because I'll just say what I think. I don't give a fuck if your feelings are hurt. I don't care if somebody unsubscribes. I don't care. Like, I will say my honest opinion, and I don't give a shit who likes me for it or hates me for it. And the people that do like me, I think that's why they like it, because it's honest. Because everybody else out there is bullshitting. Everybody's, yeah, they sugarcoat it. Everybody's a pussy. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
wants to hurt anybody's feelings. And me, I was like, I don't, dude. Honestly, I like hurting people's feelings. I think it's fucking hilarious. So I don't give a shit. If
Yeah,
you sign off, if you don't like me no more, you get rid of my phone number. I was like, dude, I don't give a fuck. I
yeah,
literally don't. So I think that's why people like it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So
That's a good
I think you would.
attitude. I can support that.
What is I'm kind of curious, and granted, obviously we know with customers and shit like this in a business, you can't say everything because maybe you can't even think of anything. But it was funny as if I ever have him on Yosuke, I'm gonna bring it up. I saved it. I was laughing my fucking ass off, and he put it out in the public, so it's not like I'm spilling the beans. He had a whatever you would call it for hiring people, like an ad out, right? For when he was hiring people for Nuclear Now. And dude, it was, I actually saved it. It's in my email in case I ever talk to him because I'm going to bring it up. It was fucking hilarious. Like his list of like, I don't want you here if you're X, Y, and Z. And I was laughing so hard. I'm like, God damn. I was like, me and him would be like best friends. I was like, we have like everything in common, like everything that annoys the shit out of me. He's like thinking the same thing.
Right.
So my question to you is like, what is like some stuff like with the business and doing it that you can't stand that annoys the fuck out of you?
With people working with me at the warehouse,
Well, people working there, customers, like I'll give you an example. Like what's something that annoys the living fuck out of me is Okay, well, let's give a customer example. Hey, bro, I got my package and the CD was destroyed. And you're like, oh, fuck, destroyed. Goddamn, send a new one. I was like, can you send me a photo? Yeah, bro, the case has a crack on it.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I was like, on your next order, I'll send you a new case.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't ship one out now? I'm like, dude, the case costs like 27 cents. I'm not going to spend 250 to send a 27-cent case. I was like, on your next order, remind me and I'll include it in there.
Yeah.
But just
Yeah.
stupid shit like, I was like, come on, dude. Is this act like this ain't your first fucking rodeo, for
Do
fuck's
you know
sake?
what's even more stupid in situations like that? If they act like they will never order from you again.
Yeah,
But you need the
they do.
case now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the same here. Of course, that's annoying. Yeah.
What about employees? Do you have any good ones?
Oh well, it's mostly been like unorganized. I really
Huh.
hate unorganized, and it's not coming up with the same mindset of how to organize things and how a work progress has to go fluid. And yeah, that's what I hate most. I mean, nobody has to feel the same about the label like I do because
Yeah.
he's just
You know,
working for me, but
yeah.
some sort of like, okay, it's important that things go right. It's important that orders are getting packed in a good way, that things don't arrive damaged. And over the past years, unfortunately, I never had a worker again who was like 100%. It's like the mentality for the product, the mentality for the label itself. It seems to be interesting in the beginning, like, oh fuck, I'm working for a label. Oh, that's cool. And there's this
100%,
band
dude.
and this band, and I'm going to listen to music all day now and drink beer and smoke and whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. It's not the
Yeah.
case. Actually, it's maybe even one of the most boring jobs you are going to have in your life.
Dude, I'm shocked. You got to be watching my channel. You're almost saying exactly what I said.
Actually, no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dude, I've literally said on the channel for people like if you want to work for Hell's Headbangers, I was like, do not think you're coming here and listening to demos, drinking beer, having a pizza party, getting blowjobs from fucking Midnight's fucking strippers. I was like, it is one of the most boring, mundane jobs you're gonna ever fucking work in your life.
Yeah,
I was like, get that through your fucking skull. I was like, it is work and that is it.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah, that's what they think. And every time when they with someone, especially if they are in the metal scene, they come, this is gonna be great. I'm like, dude, that shit wears off. That within 60 days, that crap's wearing off.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I think the longest was like 2 years. I think
Yeah.
that was my longest, but yeah, it it seems to get boring for other people very
Yeah.
quickly.
Very quickly. Yeah. Well, because the thing is, what I noticed too, as far as just even the people that stick around, and I think this is just for most jobs in general. It's that old saying, everybody wants the paycheck, but they don't want to actually do the work.
Right.
A lot of
Yeah.
people we get is like we use the analogy. It's like the McDonald. It's the like the teenager working McDonald's. He's just there. He punches the clock and does the least amount possible.
Right.
Like I see that. I see that a lot. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're not going to go anywhere in this company. You're not going to go anywhere in life if that's your fucking mentality.
That's no different over here. Exactly
Yeah.
the same. Yeah. Yeah. I was actually already wondering if it's like a age thing that maybe we grew up differently with our grandparents and parents with different worth ethics or whatever. I don't know, but yeah.
Dude, you're talking like me again. God damn. Because I
So
call
maybe
out,
maybe the same age.
yeah, dude, I call out all the kids. I was like, the kids of today fill me with utter fucking disgust. Shout out to Obscenity from fucking goddamn Germany. Because that's one of their songs, utter disgust. Big fan. Um, I cannot stand the kids of today. Granted, every once in a blue moon, you'll meet a good one with a good head on their shoulders, but they are rare as fuck. Dude, they are stupid as shit. Without their little fucking gadget, aka their phone, they're brain dead as fuck. They can't do simple math in their head. They're lazy as shit, and they're sensitive as shit. I was like, you put the average 24-year-old around me, dude, and I feel like I've just gone through a goddamn sex change. I was like, I cannot stand being around these fucks. I was like, they literally again utter they just disgust me. Again, every once in a while I'll meet a good one and it's a breath of fresh air, but holy fuck are they rare.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I can.
So say
I totally
it's
understand
it's
that.
it's it's the same shit in Deutschland, huh?
Yeah, it's the same shit. Most probably everywhere.
Yeah, it's like yeah, because dude, here dude, it's been worse ever since COVID. Like, at least just forget the metal scene and forget Hell's Headbangers. Like, dude, nobody in this country wants to work. They all want shit for free. Like, dude, there's literally, I meet people. They're like 30 years old and they don't have a job. I'm like, how the fuck do you like? I don't understand. Like, how do you eat? How do you pay? Like, how do you do anything? Like,
Yeah,
How is that physically possible? Like, is that the same over there?
yeah, it is absolutely. Yeah, yeah. There's still too much money coming from the state. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
only answer to that. I don't know. It's like zero mentality in getting a job or keeping a job and doing a job well.
yeah.
But on the other hand, well, they are right at one point that sometimes it's more lucrative to stay at home with the money they get from the state than actually taking a shitty job at McDonald's.
Do they actually? Is that how that? I see. I don't know what people get when they get money, welfare or whatever. That has crossed my mind. Is it more money than McDonald's over there in Germany? Like
Well,
this does.
if you're on welfare in Germany, they pay you something like 350 euros. That's your money each month. And then they
Wait,
pay
wait,
your
350 euros a
50.
month?
Yeah. So that's
What
your
the
money.
fuck,
You
dude? That's
could,
like, can you even live? You can't even buy groceries with that.
but you get everything else paid. Like your apartment is paid, your television is
Oh,
paid, your electricity is paid. You can even once a year you can ask for new furniture.
oh shit! No, I don't think I don't think they do that. I mean, maybe they. I don't know. I don't live that kind of lifestyle, so I don't know what
Yeah.
they do here. But
So
I don't think they do that. I would
if
hope
if
not.
you don't need so much in your life, like whatever, you live in a big city and you don't need a car or whatever. And your apartment is paid, electricity is paid, television, internet, everything is paid. And then you
Yeah.
have an extra 350 in your pocket that you can just spend that much. I mean, it's not like crazy money, but for some people, it's just enough. They say, I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to please anyone. I
No, no.
just
But
stay
is
at
that
home.
so? But is there food paid as well, or that 350 is for food?
That's for food too, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Well,
there's like organizations where they can go to eat like dinner or lunch.
like for free.
Yeah, for free.
Okay, so say 350 a month, dude. I think I eat $350 a week. Like, what the fuck are they eating? Top ramen? Like, what? Like, what the fuck? I mean, what kind of food are you eating? Well,
Spaghetti with tomato
yeah,
ketchup.
yeah. The we have what are those things called? The chef or the spaghetti? Yeah, spaghettios.
Yeah.
We use spaghettios and top ramen, bro. Like, what the fuck? Malnutrition like a motherfucker.
But I think for some people it's just comfortable. Everything is paid every month and you have that extra money. And yeah, you just don't have to go to a job. You don't have to deal with a boss or times you have to be there or times you have to work too. So if you get along with that, it's pretty comfy, I think.
But
It's not for me. And
over here in J Dog's house, we call those people fucking losers.
well, that's what some call him over here too.
Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, dude, I've always been curious, and I'm not asking you to say anything bad or good. I don't know because I have no idea. So I don't know what you can say or not. You're kind of like, I guess, competitors, or maybe they're your best friends. When I think of Germany for labels of stuff that put out stuff that A, we have a good business relationship with, and B, have done stuff that I'm a fan and own records by. There's Iron Bonehead, there's Iron Pegasus, and there's High Roller Records. What is your relationship with those other two guys, if any, or like,
Good
are you
relationship, absolutely. Yeah, absolute respect to both labels.
do you guys
Um,
all trade and shit? And
we trade and we talk when we meet somewhere. We talk a lot, and I used to be on the phone with Stefan from High Roller uh, a lot in the past. We talked a lot, and absolute respect what they do and what they build and what they actually keep alive
yeah,
these
okay.
days. Yeah.
Now, out of all of them, do you know what year? Because did Iron Pegasus start before you? Because before you said 1995, I thought Iron Pegasus was the oldest,
Oh
and then I
wow.
remember High Roller. I thought he came up in the early 2000s. At least that's when I heard about him.
Well, the oldest must be Merciless Records.
Yeah, but they're not still around, are they?
He's around.
Oh, is he? I thought he was. I thought,
Yeah,
what the
he's
hell is?
still releasing stuff every now and then. He's still actually going to shows and build up a table selling
No
stuff.
shit.
Yeah,
Who? What's the guy's? It was probably Chase that talks to him. Who owns Merciless?
Volko.
Oh, that I did know the Volk. Yeah, okay. I didn't know his name, but I never him. I've never talked to. That would have been always Chase
Yeah.
because
No,
in the
he's
early
still around.
2000s, yeah, we got all that stuff. The In Aeternum, all the Cyanide LPs that he did.
Yeah,
We got tons of great, and I own all that stuff to this day. Some of it
yeah,
I've shown on camera on my channel, and
yeah.
but I didn't realize he was still doing it. I thought
Yeah,
for
he
sure he was
just
done.
reissued some disaster stuff. Like I think
Oh
he
shit.
recently reissued the Stormbringer as a double.
Yeah, we got that in stock. See, dude, again, dude, we get so much shit, and
Yeah,
like even the stuff I'm a fan of, dude, like it just all blurs together now
yeah,
because so much stuff comes out so fast that it's
true.
like I can't remember like who put
No,
out
me
what,
either.
who done. Yeah,
Me either.
it just literally blurs together.
Yeah, yeah.
But that
So, but
Stormbringer, that double LP, it's nice. I didn't realize that was him.
yeah, yeah. And
Now,
then
Chase, it's funny
this.
because Chase is gonna watch this. He's like, "What a fucking stupid dumb fuck." He's like, he's the one pulling it and packing it. How did he not notice? I'm like, again, dude, I'm not paying attention to every little detail.
Right.
And you set up. He's like, he set up the trade. So I was like, of course you know that. I was like, I wasn't
Yeah.
the one talking to him, but so to
But then
clarify,
again,
yeah.
he's not like active like back in the day. He's doing something every now and then. Like maybe you remember that German weirdo band like called Traumatic Voyage.
How do you spell it?
Traumatic Voyage.
Oh, I know the name. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And he keeps releasing their albums. I wasn't even
Oh,
aware
okay.
the band is still around, and he like keeps releasing their music on CD.
Oh no, okay, okay.
So
So you're cool with him too, then?
special interest music, and
Yeah,
some
yeah,
old
yeah.
reissues. I think that's what he's up to these days. He was all the time talking about finally doing the Martyrium album, the German band Martyrium, the black metal band.
Hmm.
Finally doing that one on vinyl, but I doubt it that he will ever come.
Now he does, but he's not doing Merciless for a living, right?
I don't think so. No. I know
Okay.
that a couple of years ago he was working as a construction worker,
Okay.
but I'm not sure what he's up to these days. I
What about Costa from Iron Pegasus? Does he do that full time? I mean, assuming he does.
think so. Yes, I think so. Yeah,
And
yeah.
then Stephanie has to be
Oh,
from
he is
HIDEOUS.
full time. Yeah, I mean he
Yeah,
got plenty of employees these days,
yeah.
so he's doing it full time. Yeah, but he's doing it full time for a long time. Yeah, definitely. Also since like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. In the beginning,
I
it was just him, and then one person, one employee came in, and then it became more and more over the years. Yeah.
I get asked this by people sending in questions to the channel, so I'll ask you the same thing. What is kind of like your end game? Are you going to do this till the day you die? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do this? Are you going to eventually retire? Like, do you even think about it? Are you still as passionate about doing this as you were 20 years ago?
Oh
Like,
well,
kind
I
of like
don't
where?
see myself packing orders with like at the age of 70. No,
No, but I mean, I think the sense is like when people say it too. Like, maybe your end game is like, I plan on doing Iron Bonehead till I die, but I'm not going to be packing. Maybe you'll pay someone to do that and just run, maybe do emails only or something.
um that's a bit difficult to answer at this point because I'm not sure like if I'm going to have the same enthusiasm about signing new bands and listening to new records in like whatever 10 or 15 years like I still got today or I had like 20 years ago, whatever.
Well, let me ask you that then. Like where are you at on that for signing new bands? Listen, because I'm going to be honest, I'm not burnt out on metal, not by any stretch.
No,
But
me
my
either.
passion, my passion to listen to new stuff is way less. It has to look very interesting. Like, oh shit! Like, and then
Yeah.
sometimes it does. Some bands do, but
Oh
it's
well,
very,
same
very,
here.
very few.
Absolutely the same here. But I think right now, for the last couple of years, especially, I think it kind of started during COVID when people were
Yeah,
bored at home. I think that people pay too little attention to come up with some actual good music and actual good product. I think it's most of the stuff is not well rehearsed and not really overthought music wise. It's just, oh, I got five riffs. Okay, let's record an album. And if there's not in 1, 2, 3 a label who is going to release it, I upload it to 20,000 streaming platforms.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
yeah. I don't like that, and I wish bands or musicians would go back to actually sit down, create music, go over the song again, and make it the perfect thing again. And then they can say, okay, that's finished now. That's something I can record, and that's something I can still listen to in like 10 plus years. Everything is so
Yeah,
hard for us these
because dude,
days.
that's where I'm at, dude. I listen to CDs and records every single day, right? But what I find myself listening to, like 90% of the time, if not 95%, is the stuff that I grew up on as a kid. It's like it's
Right.
all the shit that all the old stuff that I love.
Same here.
And there's hundreds and there's hundreds and hundreds of albums, so there's
Yeah.
tons to do. I
Yeah.
was like, but how often am I putting on an album from, let's say, 2020 to 2025? I was like, there's some I like. I really like that band Pharmacist from Japan. We put out their second album. We're reissuing their first album. I really like them a lot. I like Mulder a lot. There's bands. I was like, it's less than 10. I can tell you that right. It's literally less than 10 bands in the last 5 years. I'm like, whoa, I really like this.
Like for this year, I couldn't even name you 10 favorite albums.
No, neither can I. It's dude. People in the comments are like, "Dog, it's December. Like, what were the top 10 metal albums of the year?" I was like, "Was there 10 good ones?" I was like, I'm gonna have a hard time coming up with three that I liked. I was like, "Grant, I know there is three that I liked, but I have to think about which ones they are." I was like, "What do you mean 10?" I was like, "I can't even think of 10 that I liked."
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're on the same page then.
Yeah. Yeah. But well, yeah. I think people should put a lot more effort into the music they do, and
Well, do you
stop
think it's
uploading every bullshit on the internet.
Well, you know what that could be. It could be that children phenomenon we got going on now. Like for example, me, I'm learning more and more about it doing the YouTube because actually December 24th, the day before the bastard's birthday, will be 4 years I've been doing the YouTube channel, and I post a video every single day. I haven't missed one day yet, not one. Every single day, 6 a.m. And what I'm learning how the children interact, and people say you should do this for the channel, etc. And something that's popular on YouTube is those shorts. They call it YouTube Shorts. Are you familiar with that?
No.
They're really short videos. They have to be less than 60 seconds.
Okay.
And people like TikTok videos. I'm like, first of all, TikTok, that's the gayest shit I've ever heard in my life. I was like, I never even been on that. I was like, if you're more than a 12-year-old girl, I don't know what the fuck you're doing on TikTok. That blows my mind. And Instagram, I have one, but I don't even manage it. I can let you know off camera who does it because he doesn't want it blown up. Just because I can't stand it. What I'm getting at is what's popular is YouTube Shorts, TikTok videos, these quick videos. And what you're finding out, the reason is because the kids of today, their attention span is they don't watch anything longer than 30 seconds. I'm like, dude, I was like, the only video type shit I watch is YouTube. I was like, and they're like, it's a lot of it's like hour and a half podcast, shit like we're doing now. I was like, I want something of substance, of value. I don't want to see some chick flashing her ass for 30 seconds. And I was like, that's just useless garbage.
Right.
But dude, that's the norm. That's what these kids want to see. Yeah. So having said that, if their attention span is that fucking pathetic, of course that's the attention span they're going to put into the quality of their embodiment of work on music, right?
Yeah. And we just have to count on a few young kids that still got the balls to come up with some proper shit.
Yeah. That's a few and far between. So how do you most of the stuff that you sign these days, do you hand select it? Like you go out and ask, or is it stuff that's submitted to you and you just listen to it, and then whatever you like, you ask them? Like, do they come to you? What's that?
It's both. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If I hear something on the internet and I really like it, then I'm also sending out an email like, hey guys, what's up? I listened to the demo tape. Would you be interested in working on an album or whatever? I still do that. It's not like waiting for promos to come in and but also promos, if they sound interesting, which most these days don't, I start listening to them. I don't listen to all the promos that come in.
No, neither do I.
It's time consuming because it's just
it has to look interesting for starters.
Yeah, and most of the times, also a thing that came up during the last 5 years, that people come up with either absolutely no text, like this is my album. You want to release it? Like, what the fuck? What do you think?
Yeah, yeah,
give me some input. Give me at least the band name.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
all the promo text is so fucking overpushed. Like some major label promo agent wrote it up for the guys that it's like, oh, come, let's go. Yeah, move it to the trash folder. So if I read something interesting and the thing kind of sounds interesting and the band name in first place isn't fucking stupid and used for the 10,000th time,
yeah.
then I listen to it, and if I like it, I push the reply button. Yeah.
Do you ever get since it's a channel theme? What what do you think of a well, death metal, whatever, just a metal band? If you get something and you flip it over on the band cover, you see guys wearing baseball hats, sports jerseys, shorts, and fucking flip flops.
Yeah.
What do you what do you think? Anything? Or what's your take on
The
that?
first thing that comes to my mind is what Euronymous said back then about all the death metal bands and shorts and skateboards.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you basically agree with Euronymous said on Dawn
Yeah,
of the Wild Heart.
absolutely, absolutely. But also, I think it's like over the years where you understood more about the world, it's like the people in Florida most probably won't walk around in boots and jeans and leather jacket with like whatever Fahrenheit it is over there and their temperature.
That's
40
fair enough,
degrees
and
over here.
I agree that is true. But what I say is, I was like, you do not need to go walking around in the grocery store in bullet belts and combat boots and fucking spike gauntlets. But for fuck's sakes, when you're going to take your band photo, I was like, you should at least have a goddamn pair of black pants on and a
Yeah,
fucking metal shirt. I was like, that's the bare minimum.
yeah, true.
I was like, you should not look like you're going to go shoot hoops with the brothers out in the
Yeah,
fucking goddamn Queens, New
yeah,
York.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, I look at the bands that started them. They all had the dress code.
Yeah.
It's not like them. It's not like Slayer or Iron Maiden or Black Sabbath. They were sporting like shorts and sports
No,
shoes and whatever.
no,
They
and what
all
Slayer
had
did,
the
dude,
dress
and
code.
at least in my opinion, when Slayer started wearing Kerry King started wearing jerseys and shit on
Oh
stage,
yeah,
like yeah, they started sucking. I
yeah.
was like, the good shit is when he was wearing gauntlet. I was like, look at the back of like, especially if you have some old bootlegs. I was like, they had full blown big fucking
Sports.
spike gauntlets, inverted crosses. They look metal as
Yeah,
fuck, satanic as
yeah.
fuck. I was like, and then
Absolutely.
yeah, when they started being a complete fucking rock star shit show, I was like, yeah, they're wearing sports jerseys on
Yeah.
like, yeah, yeah.
That's when the dedication gets lost.
Yeah. And it, me personally, dude, I like my buddy Antichrist Kramer. He likes everything by Slayer, and I'm like, dude, I just listened to that Divine Intervention album. I was like, it literally sounds like Tom Araya just crawled out of bed when he's singing. I was like, he's phoning in like a motherfucker. I was like, get that guy morning coffee. Holy fuck, does he sound bored? So his
Yeah,
ass has put me to sleep.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
True.
okay, so we're more shit. We're on the same page on. What was another? Do you get the no reply phenomenon?
No reply phenomenon. What's that about?
Dude, okay, so check this shit out. You want to put out a release, right? Whoever, doesn't matter the band. You email them a professional email, like you have their contact, right? Send them a prep from, just nothing crazy, but just type up an email. Hey, bro, I want to put out XLP, CD, or whatever. You up for it? No reply. How often do you get that? Because around here, that's fucking normal for 25 years straight. Like that's the no. That's not like that sometimes happens. That's the norm.
Oh, all right.
Hell, dude, I'll give you an example. Like Pierre, I'll call him out. Pierre from Regain Records. I hit him up for an interview because he sings on Deranged as well, and I just interviewed. Went up 2-3 weeks ago, whatever. The singer from two of the Deranged albums, the one we just put out on vinyl, Carve, Rip Serve. Hell, you might even be getting some in trade. I don't even know. He
Yeah,
sings on
maybe.
that one, Martin, and he sings on the album before that, the Obscenities B flat, I believe, or is Red Light Murder Fever? Red Light Murder Fever, I believe. Yeah, that. He sings on two records. I interviewed him. Good interview, talking about it, and he mentioned Pierre. And I was like, I didn't even realize Per was the one that owned Regain Records that sings on the first Arranged.
I
I'm
wasn't
like,
aware
fuck, that'd be
either.
great. I was like, let's do a video. He's
Yeah.
like, here's his contact. I email him, no reply. Now, here's the thing is, if he doesn't want to do it, that's cool. It's like, you can't reply to tell me no? Like, my question is, how often do you get that? Because I get it all the time. And this isn't like some people be like, yeah, because dog, they don't like you because your channel. I'm like, fuckface, shut Mr. Dick Tracy, goddamn Matlock, Sherlock Holmes. Stop talking like you know what you're talking about. I was like, this is nothing new. I was like, I'm talking about for the 25 years. This has been going for Chase knows it. I was like, yeah. Like I'll be like, hey, what did so and so say for us to release it? He's like, no reply. That's where I was like, how often do you
I
get
mean,
that?
it happened over the years, but not like you're describing it now. Just every
Oh,
now and
normal over
then.
here.
Yeah.
No, normal day. Dude, when I email anybody for something I want to do, I'm typing it away. I'm like, this fool's never replying. That's what I automatically assume. And then when they do, I'm like, oh shit, motherfucker got back. Holy fuck. I had to like wipe my eyes. Did he actually get back? Am I seeing shit?
It's a
Because
good
I just
day.
assumed they ain't replying.
It's a good day in your life.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I got names for days. I try to interview the singer Dread or whatever the fuck his name was in Fested. You know the band Infested? The Deicide worship band with Dan Swano.
Mm.
I tried to interview him, no reply. This is just recent shit. Who else did I try to get on the channel? Do tons of shit. I mean, I bet go down names for goddamn days, and then releases too. Who did we try to release recently? We contact them because something I wanted to put out. Even sometimes Chase is like, "Hey, hit up so and so since you're a fan." I was like, "Did?" I said, "What did they say?" No reply. Yeah.
What now that you're saying that, something that I notice is like you send an email and you get no reply. And then the same time you send a message on like Facebook or Instagram and you get a message.
I have heard that. Some people say that, like, maybe hit them up. I'm like, dude, I was like, why do we need this fucking 2020 fucking little girl technology? I was like, a real man uses fucking email. I'm sorry. A real man and a guy who's doing business has email. 12-year-old girls are fucking replying on Instagram. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
right? Am
hear
I right
you,
or am I wrong?
but I can't change it. It happened. It happened. So
No, I know, but I'm
no
just saying
reply
it's
to
just
emails, but replies to whatever messenger, Facebook Messenger. Yeah.
yeah,
I
I know.
I had this
I need to.
before, especially with older bands that are not really active anymore. Some of them
Mhm,
like still running a homepage with a
mhm.
contact email and whatever. You use the email and it's not bouncing back. There's just no reply. And then you see they created like a band page on Facebook. You send a message there, and bing, the answer's there.
I'll give you another recent no reply. Grant, this is within the last year. Your home your Deutschland fucking homeboys. Goddamn obscenity. Are you familiar with them? Death metal band from the 90s?
I know from by name, but I've never been a fan of them or following them.
Oh, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fucking fan. So I shouted out because I wanted to do on vinyl because the ones that is this Human Barbecue album
Mm-hmm.
and this Intense album.
Yeah.
They've only been on picture disc by Morbid Records. They've never been on vinyl. Their other albums, Suffocated Truth and Perversion Mankind, came out in the last couple of years by this Chinese label. And I also want to do on vinyl their demo CD, Demoniac.
Oh yeah. I saw
I
that
hit
one.
them up. I hit them up. Hell's Headbangers wants to put it out officially, bros. No reply. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, I'm not emailing Donald Trump. I was like, just tell, even if you're not interested, tell me no. Say, hey, I saw your channel. I think you suck. Suck a dick. Something. Say something. Like just nothing. Like what the fuck you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, weird. Something you can
Maybe,
think of for the rest of your life. I have
dude,
no idea.
I got examples for days.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
By the way, speaking of no replies, too, I'm kind of curious. Completely off topic, but since you're German, and I know it's more popular over there than here in the States, bodybuilding. Do you know who? I'm just curious, yes or no? Do you know who Roman Fritz is?
No.
Okay, okay, because they make it sound like over there, like any bodybuilders, the normal public see him as like a LeBron James over here. I was like, it can't be that popular. I was like, it's maybe more popular. I was like, there's no way. So, oh, what
Yeah.
about okay? Let me throw out another name. Do you know who he's really popular? So if you don't know this name, then you're definitely Kalinsinski.
Never heard of them.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Then that's I'm proven. It's an
but
outside.
well, I never cared about bodybuilders. I mean, I
No,
got
I know you don't,
in, but
but I don't care about basketball either. But I know who LeBron James is.
okay,
And
yeah.
somebody else having a debate they're like, no, in Germany, dude, bodybuilding's like over there. Like the average person on the street knows who Urs is. I'm like, was like, he's popular as fuck, but I was like, I doubt that, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I know a lot of German metal bands and people over there. I was like, I guarantee you they don't know who these guys are. Like,
Yeah.
no, dude, I'm telling you, like, ask them next time. I was like, all right, next time I talk to a German, I'm gonna ask. And you
Well,
never
it's
heard
maybe
of
the
them.
same like oh, every German knows the soccer team or soccer player from whatever German team, and it's not the case. I mean, there's a lot of soccer fans over here for sure, but I don't think the majority of people know about the teams and know about the players.
Well, well, okay, but
Just like that.
you're not a fan of basketball, right?
No, I'm too
Same.
small.
Okay, but do you but I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could be wrong. I would be surprised. You do know who is, or you've at least heard of him, LeBron James, right?
No,
You never heard of him?
no.
Oh fuck, hell yeah! Somebody that's more out of the loop than me. I mean,
Yeah,
dude, he's like, well, I mean, obviously you definitely heard of Michael Jordan, right?
yeah,
I mean, there's some people that say he's better than Michael Jordan. Again, people in the comments, shut the fuck up. That's not my words. I'm just saying I've heard people make that argument.
yeah.
But he's a player of today. He's actually my age, so it's like people are pissing and freaking out, like, holy shit, he's still old and he's still playing. But he's like considered the top three greatest players in the NBA of all time. And you're literally the first person I've ever heard say I've never heard of him. I've never
No,
met
no.
anyone that's and I've asked
I
people
don't care
overseas.
much
So.
about
No, I
basketball.
don't either. I don't either. But
Oh,
I've never met a person that doesn't know. Like you don't care about basketball, but you know who Michael Jordan is. So
yeah, but that's maybe because of Nike pushing it so much back in the 90s
yeah,
on
yeah.
the commercials. But yeah,
Mhm.
well, I have no idea about American football either. But every time I'm in the US and stay in a hotel room with a television and there's American football on, I like to watch it, even I don't really get it.
So then in that case, it's funny. You've actually seen more. We call it on this channel. We call it fat ball
All
because
right.
every time I turn it on, I'm like, people are like, yeah, dog, you like bodybuilding and shit, and those guys are jacked. Like, what about football? I'm like, football. I was like, I watch that shit, man. I see a bunch of fat fucks on stage. I was like, and then the quarterback, he's kind of skinny. I'm like, where's the jack guys? I'm looking for them. So having said that, you've seen more fat ball than I've seen because I don't watch
All
at
right.
all. And actually, if somebody held a gun to my head, like literally put a gun right to my head, and they said, you have to name one professional current football player, I wouldn't be able to do it. Like I know who Tom Brady is. I've heard of him, but I know he's retired. So it wouldn't count. As far
All
as a
right.
current guy playing now on any team, I couldn't name you one person, not one.
All right. Yeah. Same here
Yeah.
with
Well,
anyone in sports.
but yeah, but over there that would be expected because your guys' football is soccer and ours is here, and people know that American football is not as popular in Europe. You want to hear a funny? You like at least some stuff by midnight, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to hear a funny Athnar
And
story?
he's a good guy too.
One of the cool. Well, he's like one of the coolest. Him and Don of the Dead are like my two best friends.
Yeah.
Like they're the only people. Like they're one of the few people like they'll text me just for no reason, like just
Yeah.
random
Yeah.
stupid shit. You want to hear a funny Athnar story?
Sure. Go ahead.
Calls me up randomly one day. I say, hey, I was like, hey, Jamie, what's up? Say, hey, dude, I got a quick question for you. I was like, yeah, sure. He's like, do you know what football team plays for? I think he said Atlanta, Georgia. I was like, no. Say, okay, cool. That's all I need to know. And he just hangs up. I'm like, what the fuck was that about? And then I asked the next time, I was like, what the fuck was that? He's like, oh, it was like, because he's like, I was with Rodney from Devastation, Texas Devastation. It's like, we're just sitting there. He's like, and I was telling him, I was like, the Horville brothers, Hell's Headbangers, he's like, none of them know anything about football. And they were watching the game with a whatever team. And he's like, none of them will know who this is. And Rodney's like, there's no fucking way they wouldn't know who that is. He's like, I'm telling you, they won't. He's like, he's not even Justin. He's like, he follows bodybuilding and shit, so at least he would have heard of them.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, I guarantee you hasn't. And Rodney's like, I'll bet you $100 he has, dude. He's like, there's no way. He's like, all right, I'll call him up right now. He's like, put him on speaker. So that's what it was. So I'm telling you, he's never heard of him. So that's why he asked like that. I'm like, no. He's like, hangs up, told you.
Total sports losers we are.
Yeah, and I'm proud to be one too. I like to be outside the norm, dude.
Yeah. Well, I was doing sports like karate and windsurfing when I was a teenager. When the whole music thing started, I stopped everything.
Yeah, but karate's actually
I
kind of cool.
stopped all
See, I
my
never took up.
sport activities.
Yeah, but karate's at least a self sport where, self defense, exercise, that at least makes sense.
Mm.
I would get into that way before any of the team sports. Because the problem with team sports too is, everyone else sucks. You could be really, really good, but the rest of your guys are a bunch of slack fucks. Then you got to pick up the slack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at
Yeah.
Iron Bonehead, they come there and they don't want to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to pick up the fucking slack. Trust me, I know all
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Well, I
How many
went back
guys?
to sports when I got older. I go to the gym too, but I'm not like a
Yeah,
bodybuilder or whatever. That's not my intention. But I started doing sports again.
yeah,
Yeah.
to stay healthy, to work. Yeah, everyone should. Everyone should do. I
Yeah.
tell everybody, I was like, you don't have to get in a body. But I was like, you don't have to like. I was like, but everyone should work. Everyone should exercise. I was like, you weren't just meant to sit on your ass. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And dude, I honestly believe too is that it's going to become even more important because with AI coming out, we're going to lose the humanity. Mark my words, dude. In 15, 20 years, the biggest cause of death in this world is going to be suicide
Mm.
because the human the human race we're meant to do things like from beginning of time. We hunted our food, we gathered things, we built our shelter. We're meant to do things, like when you caught a fucking deer or whatever you hunted for food, that was considered like a productive day. Now with AI, you're pretty much not even going to have to tie your own fucking shoes.
Yeah.
So
There's
you're
no
not going to
more
have to be
survival of the fittest.
correct. So people are going to go, they're going to feel useless.
Yeah.
So the only thing, there's going to be very few things left that AI can't do for you. And going to the gym, lifting weights, doing cardio, that's one of them that will give
Yeah.
you some type of
Yeah.
self-worth.
Yeah.
So
True.
I think it's gonna be more important than ever. I truly 100% believe that's coming, dude. I'm telling you, 20 years from now, like Cannibal Corpse says, homicide or suicide will be the cause of death.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually moving your body and not being the fat ass sitting on your couch all day and dying at 30 on a heart stroke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Because
that's
what
always
what
that's
what
always put the
Europeans or
benefit.
German kind of made joke of that Americans, all the fast food and unhealthy food. We just got the same over here now over the years. Just a little later. It's no different over here anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure. Do you guys have because I knew Burger King was always popular over there. Do you guys
Yeah.
have like Wendy's over there? You don't have Wendy's, right?
No, we don't have Wendy's.
Yeah, it's the
No.
guys in Attic because they played my show this past June. They were excited to go to Wendy's because they're German.
Yeah. Wendy's is in the Netherlands. They got
Oh shit!
Wendy's.
I didn't realize they had. Okay, I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
yeah, they had. And there's KFC and
Yeah.
there's Starbucks and whatever, all that stuff.
Do you guys have a Chipotle yet?
Uh, no, no.
It's a Mexican, but it's fast food, but it's not like it's actually whole food. Like it's rice and it's steak and shit, but it's like you could throw it in a bowl or a burrito and it's like
All
ready
right.
to go. You know what I mean?
No,
Um,
no.
it's considered healthier. It's
Mexican food
considered
is
healthier.
still not so popular over here. It's basically burgers and pizza,
Yeah.
Italian cuisine. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's super popular over here, and Asian stuff like
Okay.
Asian noodles and whatever. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, how many guys do you have working for you now?
None.
Oh, no, you're doing everything.
Yeah, it's just me doing everything at the moment. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah.
gotta be rough, right?
Yeah, at times.
What's your
Well, after COVID, with the COVID regulations we had over here, I need to have people go because there was not enough space between the workspaces,
Yeah, okay.
and then I had another one to go because of the good work, and
Yeah.
the warehouse is pretty much on the countryside, and if you don't have a car, it's pretty stupid to come there. So there's enough people around in the area who listen to the music and maybe looking for a job, but it's fucking stupid to come to the warehouse. So it's super hard for me to find a person who's willing to drive the way to the warehouse. But since I live here, since my house is here, the warehouse is there, I would sell my house and move with the warehouse somewhere else where more people are located. But yeah, it would be a pain in the ass too. So I reorganized the entire warehouse, made everything super efficient. Like these days, I can easily pack up 80 orders myself a day
Okay.
just because everything is so closely organized always are short. And yeah, if I start like at 6 in the morning and finish at 4 p.m., I can easily pull at 80 orders.
Okay.
I mean, you can't do that every week because
Yeah.
then you get fucking stupid in your head. But yeah, I
What
love
about like
work. I'm used to works. I got my first job when I was like 16. So I
yeah.
was working all my life. I've never been employed or whatever. So I love to work. I like what I do. And it's my label. I know what I do it for. So it's good for me to just run it by myself. I'm looking for someone for sure, but there just hadn't been someone coming around the corner at this point.
No, it's funny you say that because the most unpleasurable part of Hell's Headbangers is it became the most unpleasurable once we started had to hiring people. I was like, it was the best when it was just me, Eric, and Chase doing it, and we ran it out of the house that we lived together.
Yeah,
that was when it was the most enjoyable to do.
I'm sure of that. Yeah.
Yeah, once you had to start hiring people, I was like, that's when shit just starts fucking sucking.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just got to start dealing
I
with
think
bullshit.
hiring too many people is like often, uh, without stepping on people's toes, I think if people see there's so many people around, but only this or this amount of work, they start to get slow. They start to get slow and get sloppy in what they do. So I think it's better to have a very, very small team. At times, maybe they have to work an extra hour, but the other week, maybe they can leave 2 hours early to compensate the difference.
We don't have a
team small.
Yeah, we don't have a huge team by no means. But like, but for example, like though, but are you doing your own layouts too then?
No.
Okay, so you do hire someone to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in a sense, like, they're not an employee, but you're probably just paying them per job then.
I'm paying them per job. Yeah, it's a guy from the US. Dan.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't have to sit there and do layouts. Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, he's taking care of all the layout stuff and the promotion, AdWords, and all that. So this is a big help. I'm working with him for many years now. And then there's Nathan running the promo stuff.
Oh, you deal with Nathan too. Okay.
Yeah. No shit. So that's off my shoulders, the promo stuff. I just provide.
Yes, we did deal with Nathan for I don't know how many years.
Yeah. Many.
Have you ever met him?
No.
Yeah, I've only met him once. It was at Chase. It was at a party at Chase's house, but this was like 15 years ago.
Yeah. Well, he was supposed to come out to Destroying Texas Fest, but I don't know what happened. He didn't came out at the end. So no, I never met him.
How many times have you been to the U.S. You personally?
Wow, more than 10 times for sure.
Oh shit! Okay, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
And it was always just for fests, or
no? Like private traveling around the country. Yeah. Okay. First time I was in '91.
Oh shit! Okay, so since that, oh damn. So
yeah, my aunt and her husband. Her husband was working for the German military and for the Air Force, what you call Air Force. And the Americans and the Germans built some radar technique in Germany, and they sent it to the US, to Syracuse in New York, and build it up in the US. And they sent him over, a team of Germans were sent over to Syracuse to build up that radar point or whatever it was back then. And they had to stay for like a year. So they were saying like, hey, come over. We got our own apartment. You can stay with us and travel around. So 91 was the first time going to US, flying to Syracuse, then over to LA, going along the coast. And that was for like 2 or 3 weeks. I can't remember.
Okay.
That was the time when your CDs still got those great cardboard boxes around them.
What do you mean?
Like the CD packed in a large cardboard box.
Oh, the long boxes. Yeah, back those.
We didn't have those in Germany or in Europe in general. So it was like going to a record store in the US in 91, and that was like Sacred Reich, Surf Nicaragua, and that longboard box. And like, fuck, I need it just for the longboard box. That was fucking awesome.
At some point, so you were buying CDs at some point then?
I just bought them because we didn't have that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I bought CDs where there was no vinyl.
Yeah. So were you always, because during that time, during the 90s, a lot of albums, like it was, dude, even like a band like Cannibal Corpse, they would do an album and it would like, there'd be like for example, when Vinyl came out, there was no vinyl.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that.
Picture disc.
Yeah, there'll just be a picture. Yeah, exactly. Were you just fucking pissed? Were you like, what the fuck?
Yeah, sure, sure. But you wanted
Okay.
the music, so at the end of the
Yeah.
day, you went ahead and bought the CD
Okay.
because you need that album.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. But good,
Uh,
the good thing on these days is that everything is getting a reissue, even things
I
you
know.
never believe they are going to get a reissue. So just wait 20 years and you get the vinyl.
Dude, it's funny is because and I've said on my channel, me personally, I can only speak for me, not Eric and Chase. From day one of Hell's Headbangers, my input, that was the main stuff I wanted to always put out was just reissues of stuff that's never been on vinyl. Those are my favorite releases to do and the ones I always wanted to do the most.
But
Because I was already a fan of the album. I was like, it's not out. I was like, why wouldn't I just put out something that I'm already a diehard fan of? It just makes logical sense.
I got that. That, for example, that was never my intention. My intention basically was like supporting friends bands, like in your
Okay.
case with Nunslaughter.
Yeah.
Like you have all these friends around playing in bands, and it's like, oh, so difficult to find a label with just a demo tape, especially back in the time where there was just not just so many underground labels around. So that was the main intention for me, helping friends out with putting out a release of them. Not so much the reissues.
Well, it's funny as he just reminded me of another segment of the channel. So I guess I give you a get your opinion on it. You mentioned Nunslaughter, and I use them as the very example. And I've also it started with sadistic intent. Old watchers, if you know, you know. What is your opinion on a person that like, yeah, bro, really like death metal. I'm into death metal, and then you bring up specifically, let's just say, Nunslaughter or sadistic intent, and the response is not I like them, not I don't like them, irrelevant. The response is I never heard of those
Oh
guys.
yeah, yeah.
What is your opinion if somebody says I listen to death metal? Do you like sadistic intent? Do you like Nunslaughter? Never heard of them, bro. What do you say to that?
In my
That's a channel
world, he's
segment.
just not listening to death metal.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you would agree that
Because you just can't go. Both bands have been around for way too many years, and well, Nunslaughter put out a lot of live stuff and whatever and rehearsals on that those 7 inches, but whatever, everything like all the albums or minis, whatever both bands released is essential death metal stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
1,000%.
So
I
if
know.
you have, let's say, if you have Morbid Angel and D-Side and Massacre and whatever bands on your shelves, you need to have these two. You
Because
need to
that was
have
my
them.
response to that was my response. Like this is a couple years ago on YouTube. A fan sends me a question because that's what people do. They send me questions and I just answer them on the YouTube, right? Give my true opinion. He mentions somebody. He's like, yeah. He's like, he's showing records. He's like, he's never heard of sadistic intent. And keep in mind, the person I was like, I never even heard of the guy, right? I was like, dude, I was like, honestly, man, it was like, if you say you listen to death metal, I was like, you never heard of Nunslaughter or sadistic intent, I was like, I'm sorry, you're not into death metal. I'm like, you're
Yeah,
just not. I was like, it's fine if you heard them and you're like, hey, I don't really like those bands. I thought they were boring. I was like, I'll even accept that. I was like, but you never heard of them?
yeah,
Dude, you're not into death metal. And the
yeah.
person that I was talking about, again, didn't even know who he was. Jesus, fuck, man, you would have thought I killed his mom.
Yeah, we again
Like,
with the posers.
exactly. I know posers are gonna get pissed, right? But I mean, I thought that was a pretty.
Then
I
again,
thought
it's
that was a
also it's
pretty.
like not putting enough enthusiasm, time, and dedication into the music. Running around and it's like, oh, I'm listening to death metal. No, you're not, because
Correct.
you're not diving deeply enough into the actual music. You're
Yeah.
just scratching on the surface and you're reading mainstream magazines or these days, like surfing the internet from some stupid trendy platforms. You're not diving into the actual music.
Correct.
That's the big problem.
It's funny because with doing this channel on social media, it helps big time with business, right? But it's very annoying because I get this attention. Some of it's praise, which I don't need. I don't give a fuck about that. And a lot of it's negative. People make these memes about me and that I'm this goofy guy and they think that I'm just this character. You know what I mean? Which, granted, I exaggerate to get my point across and to make it entertaining for the channel. But a lot of things I say are similar to what you're saying. You're saying it in a more calm and professional manner than I do. But the whole point was, is I was like, dude, I was like, to me, I took all this shit seriously. I was like, kind of like Ozzy Osbourne said, rock and roll is my religion and my law. I was like, to me, this death metal was kind of my religion and my law. I was like, I took it serious. I was like, I did it. It wasn't some goofy ass fucking thing. And when you got these poser weekend warrior fucking fags that come into the scene and they're calling the shots, I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. It's disrespectful to people that are truly passionate about it. And
Right.
they claim that they're on the same level. I'm like, you're not. I was like, so I openly talk about it. I was like, but dude, the circles I grew up around were like the Jim Sadis, the Dawn of the Deads, the King Follies, the Dwayne Morrises, and guys like yourself who we've never met had the same. I said it. I was like, there's lots of people that have the exact same mentality and mindset I do. You guys that are just making these goofy ass memes about me, you're unaware of it because you're not in this fucking scene, but you think you
Mm.
are. Because you wouldn't think what I'm saying is so outlandish. I was like, this is like common sense. I was like, I grew up, this was the normal mindset.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think in that case, some people will just feel like the two of us, and there's for sure other people sitting there now listening, and they'll think like, "Wow, these guys are so outdated." You
That's
know,
fine, dude. I like outdated. Dude, I
just
say,
let them
dude,
die.
I have a line, dude. It goes with the tunes. It goes with everything. Old is gold.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's how I grew up, spending all my pocket money on fan signs or demo tapes and 7 inches because those were the cheapest,
Mhm.
and are saving up big for buying a record. But that was
Oh,
like fan signs or whatever. You know, you were reading them over and over again. You were, even it was the most stupid, bad English questions and answers you can think of. It was like diving into it and being a part of it. And going farther, all the new bands you found in there, and then okay, where can I find this? Where can I find that? Writing letters to somewhere, writing letters to a band. That's all just not present anymore. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people who might see this now and hear about that think like, oh, wow, so much effort. I just go to the internet and type in a band name, and maybe some algorithm will show me another band in the same direction. And
that's a
then you listen to
disadvantage, in
this
my opinion.
for the attention span of what you say, 60 seconds or whatever, and then it's over. And maybe
Yeah,
in worst case, they are running around like, hey, dude, do you know this band? No,
they
man,
just heard
you
them. I
don't
know
know the
they just
band
heard them last
either.
week.
Just from
That,
listening 60 seconds to it on fucking
I
YouTube
know.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, dude. I hate it. I was like, and that's why they compare stuff. They'll be like, Seven Churches ain't fucking brutal. I'm like, because you listened to it last week after listening to fucking Brodequin or something. I was
Yeah.
like, it wasn't in a certain sequence. I was like,
Yeah.
your brain is so goddamn off. And to their defense, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
I was like, but this whole thing of this technology shit, I don't see it as an advantage at all. I see it as a severe disadvantage. Now, don't be wrong, it has some of the advantages for conveniences in life and shit like that. I'm not saying I want to ride a horse and buggy. Fuck that. But I'm just saying, like, it has, when it comes to that, I think it's a huge, massive disadvantage
Yeah.
because you have no true appreciation for it. You
Yeah.
just don't. You just take it for granted.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you will disappear in half a year or a year listening to whatever rap music or pop music or whatever.
No, no,
It's
dude,
popular.
another channel segment. How many people when you're going to shows? How many people? Let's just go back 20 years, 2005. How many of them are still going?
Oh, wow. Um, let's say a underground festival
Yeah,
where the chances are bigger that people from all parts of
yeah.
Germany are coming. Let's say that. Wow. I don't think more than like 15, something like
Thank
15.
you
Let's say
very
there's
much. Because
500
I said,
people.
dude, I said from early 2000s, the shows I was going to underground, I was like, I'm telling you right now, there's max, and I'm being oh so generous with this number, 20 people still
Mm,
attending. 20 that I see in the Cleveland area.
yeah, yeah,
I was like, so what? I was like, what does that mean? I was like, surely not all those fuckers died. Some of them, I'll give you the benefit of doubt, they moved to a different state. Okay. What do you think happened to the rest? I was like, they no longer listen to this. And why? Because most of the people in this are fucking posers.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I have no idea how it's been in the US about that, but like in the mid to late 90s, when this hardcore techno thing came up. What was it called? Thunderdome.
Oh, I
Remember
know of
that?
it, but dude, you've been to the
It's
Pars.
crazy. It's crazy. I can easily name you 5 people that moved away from listening to metal for years, being diehards about it. And when that thing came up, they were gone.
Oh, okay, shit, yeah, no,
Yeah, that was super big over here, super popular, this hardcore techno thing or whatever it's called. Yeah.
yeah, no. So yeah, it's the same shit everywhere. But it's just funny, yeah. You're literally basically saying the exact same shit that I've been saying for the last 4 years. And some people find it funny, some people agree, but a lot of people are just like, this guy's out of his fucking mind. Like I'm like, no, that's just the truth, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a funny thing is like it's like, oh, listen to that new band that sucks. It's like, it's a typical Slipknot kid coming into death or black metal now and creating that bullshit music. And then it's like a friend is saying like, this guy doesn't even know Slipknot. Even Slipknot is way too long ago now.
Dude, it's fun. Dude, again,
So I'm
you got to
still
be.
talking in Slipknot and all these bands who brought in
Dude,
a lot of people with no real understanding. But yeah, even Slipknot is gone now. So
dude, it's funny as yeah, you got to start watching my channel. You're gonna fucking love it. You're gonna be eating it. You're gonna be watching that shit for breakfast. Go and watch the back catalog. I can tell everybody, Slipknot is the #1 band I bring up as the epitome of fake poser wigger fucking metal that has nothing
yeah,
to do with metal. And the reason I do is because when I was in high school, the kids that were a fan of that, they would come up to me, and I'm like, "How are you equating goddamn gore metal?" I'll be wearing like a Zoom gore metal shirt. This is probably like 2000, right? That was the only album they had out. I'm wearing it. It's like it's a real cover. I was like, "There's no way you know what the fuck this is. How are you equating that baggy pants fucking wigger shit to
right,
Exhume?"
yeah,
That's what would come up to me. And then some people like, "Man, talk about some outdated references." I was like, "Dude, I don't know your fucking 2023 fucking bullshit ass new metal references of that." I was like, that was just my example. I was like, even then, I was like, I knew at 15 years old that was poser fucking wigger shit that I want nothing to do with whatsoever. And they're like, "How do you know?" I was like, "Dude, I could tell by looking at it." And not to mention the person that comes up to me with his baggy pants with a bunch of goddamn pins and rings on them and his hula hoop fucking earrings and his stupid looking face. I'll be like, if you like them, I don't. Because if it sounds anything like I think it sounds like, just by me looking at your dumbass who does listen to them, there's
yeah.
no way in fuck I'm going to like them. Yeah, but you haven't heard them. I don't need to. I'm looking at you, buddy.
It's your dress code that already tells me you're not metalhead.
Correctamondo. That's like, dude, have you ever heard of the band Slaughter to Prevail?
No,
Exactly. I haven't either prior to this
but I
channel.
know Slaughter,
Correct. The real Slaughter. Exactly. Strapato, Surrender or Die,
and I mean the
motherfucker.
Canadian one, not the American ones.
Correct. The real one. Dude, somebody asked me that and I go and check it out just to see people like, "Oh, you got to roast this band." And I'm like, "All right, so obviously I know it's already fucking horseshit." Dude, it is deplorable. Dude, I'd rather slam my head in a car door. But it's what the kids of today listen to, and that's what they think is death metal. Dude, deplorable fucking baggy pants, sideways caps. I'd rather, dude, if that's death metal, then I listen to fucking disco because that was some of the gayest shit I've ever heard in my goddamn life. And that's what they call death metal. I'm like, that's an insult. I was like, that's like going to goddamn Catholic church and saying you worship Satan. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't get it. I was like, this, and dude, there's people that literally don't know who Slaughter is that come on my channel. They don't know who it is. Like you can't even make this shit up.
Right. Yeah. You know what over the last couple of years, what makes me uh pretty frustrated is like that Venom
Huh?
are never getting called out anymore for being the organizers starting black metal or the more hard sound. It's like everyone is talking about Bathory.
Yeah. Well, the thing
And then
is
maybe Hellhammer, and especially the people coming from the crust punk scene. It's like Bathory and Hellhammer. But no one is talking about Venom anymore. Or, like,
yeah,
but though Venom was the band, the whole, in my books, made the whole thing started.
dude,
It was
it's funny.
Venom.
it's funny you said that. It's like I was talking to Joel Grind from Toxic Holocaust a few years
Yeah.
ago. They're just playing. There was a local, so it's probably 5, 6 years ago, and we're just hanging out, catching up. And we were talking. I was like, "How's it going?" I was annoyed about some employee shit, right? I think we were like in between Packers or something. So I was sitting there just venting with him. We're just talking, and it's about life. And he's like, "Yeah, well, why don't you just hire someone?" I was like, "Dude, the thing is," I was like, "You understand?" I was like, "Everyone says that." I was like, "It's not that goddamn easy." I was like, "Bro," I was like, "Put it to you this way." I was like, "If you never even heard of fucking Venom, I do not want your stupid fucking wall-eyed ass even working for me." I was like, "Because you damn sure aren't going to be able to read half these logos and shit." He started just laughing. He's like, I can actually see that." I was like, "Dude, if you don't know who Venom is, I don't want your ass anywhere near. I don't even want you around me." Because that to me is like, if you don't listen to Venom, that's the equivalent to be like, I don't like pussy. Okay, you must suck dick then. I don't like pizza. What do you mean you don't like pizza? Who the fuck don't like pizza? It's just common sense. Like, how the fuck do you not like Venom?
Yeah. But did you notice that too? That Venom kind of disappears. You
I
see
did.
all the young people running around in Battery Goat shirts.
So the
But
first
where's
thing
the
I
Venom
kind
black metal shirt? You kind of
of,
see it's fucking rare to see it these days.
yeah, the thing is with that, I've been kind of aware of it for a few years now because when I was before I started my channel, I was on Craig, who was at Nunslaughter. He was doing when he was working for Hell's Headbangers. He quit in 2020. He was doing a podcast called Hellcast, and he had me on there several times. And he's the one that told me about it. He's like, "Did you realize that there's like kids of today that make fun of Venom and be like, this isn't heavy or this isn't evil?" I'm like, what? I was that was the first time I heard about it, but this might have been in like 2019 or so.
Okay.
So I've been aware of it since then. But when I first heard that, I was like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. What do you mean?
I mean, I totally get that Venom and Bathory sound totally different, but when it just was there and came up with that term, so pay them respect.
But
So
not only
I,
that,
I
dude.
don't
Yeah,
get
no,
why people don't even go back that far anymore to the organizers of the whole thing. It's like saying I'm listening to whatever I don't know, The Doors and missing Black Sabbath to get into metal. I was
but
listening to Doors and now I'm listening to Mayhem.
yeah, yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
you missed Black Sabbath from all these bands.
But what is annoying about what you say is exactly all these same guys. Yeah, they do listen to Bathory, but yes, they also like Motorhead and Black Sabbath, but skipped over Venom,
Yeah,
which makes no sense because, like, dude, Venom is what I mean. Of course, it's not the most extreme thing in the world, but first of all, at the time that it came out, it damn
it
sure
was.
goddamn was.
Yeah,
And second off, I was like, okay, even by 2025 standards, it's like Venom is more extreme than Motorhead and Black Sabbath
mm.
by a very large margin too. So I was like, but you like those two bands? And me personally, if I had to choose Venom over Motorhead or Black Sabbath, me personally, I'm taking Venom all day, every day, twice on goddamn Sunday. Me
Yeah,
personally. And I
yeah.
like Motorhead and Black Sabbath, but I'm just saying, if I had to choose one or the other, I mean, how the fuck do you listen to songs like "Live Like an Angel" or goddamn fucking "Heaven's on Fire" or
Rip
"Buried
Ride.
Alive"? And you're just be like, nothing's there, nothing there. Rip Ride, nothing there, bro. Like, what are you talking about? That's fuck. Hell, even Cast in Stone is good as fuck in my opinion. Raised in Hell, I love that song.
Yeah, after a couple of years, it's more enjoyable than it was when it came out.
I don't know. I dig it. I even like the demo. God damn it!
Yeah.
Some one of those bootlegging assholes did
Oh
100
yeah,
LPs of the demo,
sure.
and I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah,
But after that, I didn't like Cast of Stone was the last thing I liked. The rest of the
yeah.
stuff
If
I
you
didn't.
if someone would ask me like, take Venom, Hellhammer, and Bathory, I would say Venom first, always.
Same here. Is in my order to be the far. I like Venom more, then Bathory, then Hellhammer. The
All
least.
right,
Me
it would be
personally. Me
Hellhammer
personally.
on second in my case.
Yeah. No, but I like out of those three. I like Venom. I like Venom more than Celtic Frost, but without a doubt.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, to me, dude, Celtic Frost. Dude, that's another thing. Actually, what's your take on that? Dude. I had I had to get a Q-tip. Fucking, holy shit! Did I hear right? Clean those ears out. Who the fuck likes anything after Two Megatherion? I'm like,
Mm,
dude, Celtic Frost. They have two good records. What the hell? Is this even a topic? But
yeah,
it is. People like, dude, Frost. Every album's good, dude. Dude, I was at fucking Maryland Death Fest this past one, right? And Triptychon was on the background. Holy fuckski, dude. I thought I was getting a sex change with no anesthesia. I was like, this is the gayest shit I've ever
We
fucking
were just
heard.
me and my mates were just fighting about that last weekend on the airport. We were flying out to play a festival in Portugal, and they were like, "Fuck Celtic Frost." I mean, Mexican radio, serious?
Terrible.
They're like, you can't listen
Terrible.
to this. You can't listen to Celtic Frost and take this serious if there's someone playing fucking Mexican radio.
Dude, Into Pandemonium. People like love that record. Like, that
Oh
record
yeah,
is fucking horrible. I was like, dude, all you had to do, dude, was flip over the back and you saw Tom G. Warrior. He looked like he just literally got out of a gay bar and he's got
yeah,
the U.S. Air Force thing on. I'm like, what the fuck happened to Hellhammer look? I was like, I'm not putting that. I was like, there's no way you just look at before, after, when that record, I'm like, there's no way you just look at it, you're like, there's no way this is good. Like,
yeah,
who the fuck's thinking like, fuck yeah, bro, this is gonna be a sick one? I'm thinking, fuck no, bro. This is Dance with Another Goddamn Man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
agree.
But dude, people like I found out in the last 7 years or so, it's normal. People like every Frost album. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind, dude. I was like, I'd rather listen to every Metallica album over every fucking Frost album. And that's saying something, Holmes.
I wouldn't do either. I wouldn't do Celtic Frost and I wouldn't do Metallica.
I'm just saying that's a bit of exaggeration, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know why
I
Tom
get
Warrior
you.
gets a pass, dude. That guy's got way more bad albums under his bullet belt than he doesn't wear a bullet belt anymore. He's got way more bad albums under that beanie of his than he does a goddamn fucking good ones, at least in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, yeah.
Have you ever met him?
No, no.
Yeah,
I was never looking forward to that.
me neither. At this point, with that many bad albums, I don't even know if I'd take a fist bump from him.
Yeah. I mean, what do you expect to talk with someone like that? I mean, you would piss him off in like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
And the conversation would be over. He would walk away.
yeah,
Yeah. Because you would immediately start with the bad points, not praising him for what he did in the beginning.
1,000%.
So
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. That's
yeah. So the conversation wouldn't last very long. That's for sure.
yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Very much.
Sometimes it's just better to not meet people.
Okay, so we're going on 2 hours. We've been on,
Oh
Patrick.
wow.
So I don't want to. Yeah, I told you, time flies when you're having fun, man. Everybody likes talking to the goddamn dog.
Yeah. And the first time in my case.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's for some a lot of cases I didn't even get the first time, dude. Para from
Yeah.
Regan didn't even reply. I tried. I tried. He
Next
might.
next time I
He
will
might
push
after
the
this.
reply button to you.
Yeah, I'm known for calling him out because, like, for a couple of years, John Gallagher from Dying Fetus, I was always making fun of him on the channel, calling him out for ducking me. And he came up to me at Maryland Death Fest. He just walked up to me. He's like, he just comes up to me like a weirdo fan. He's dressed up like the fucking Unabomber. And I'm just like, hey, and we're talking. I'm, all right, thanks, bro. And then he's walking away. He's like, so if you want to shoot a video, I guess we can. I'm like, who the fuck are you? He's like, John, Dying Fetus. I was like, oh, well, dude, you should have led with that. What the fuck? I was like, you come up in a goddamn Halloween costume. I didn't know who the fuck you were. So we did it the next day, and it was actually really, really good. But I was busting his balls for years because I never got him in person. But it's in person. And yeah, I interviewed tons of guys, man. You might check them out. Glenn Benton, I interviewed. Corpse Grinder, Jeff Becerra. I have tons of guys. I mean, I've done those are all in person too. Most of them are in person. I mean, I've interviewed over 100 people at this point now for the channel. Yeah, and then most of the videos are just me sitting in my office or my work office at the warehouse and just talking shit. And people tend to like that, I guess.
That's why they talk bad about you on your back. He's
I know.
just sitting in the warehouse and talking shit all day in his office. He's not putting the orders. Lazy cunt.
100%. Yeah, that is why. But hey, it comes with the goddamn territory. You know what I mean? Hey, got him talking, right? You got to make it entertaining. The way I see it is, if you're gonna do a video, if it's just a guy sitting there talking, you got to make it come somewhat entertaining. So otherwise it's just boring. I was like, who the hell would want to watch that?
I don't even see someone want to watch us to talk for 2 hours.
No, they will. I'll send you this. I'll tell you right now. This video will go up because, like I said, I have a video posted every morning, and I always have a backlog because I've never missed one day. So that way, basically, if I die tomorrow, I'll have posted. I have posted all the way up. Right now, they're uploaded with titles, everything. They're scheduled for 6 a.m. I have posted up till December 21st. So our video will go up the 22nd.
All right.
And you'll hear about it. People will contact you. It'll get at least a few thousand views in the first 24 hours, without a doubt. Like to give you an idea, today's video that went up this morning at 6 a.m. This is 2, so it's been up for 8 hours. This is considered shitty, and it has just over 1,000 views, and that's considered low. It's only been up for 8 hours, yeah. So, yeah, you'll get people that
shows how much time people spend on the internet.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you should watch like one of my favorite interviews, and it was a really good interview. I did in person with Attila from Mayhem and Tormentor.
Oh yeah,
it's about an hour long. That has the most views on my channel. I think it's at like 120,000, something like that. But it was a really good interview. I expected him to be kind of like shy and like not say much, but it's pretty funny too. Like we talk about Varg, we talk about Euronymous, talk about all kinds of shit. It's starting Tormentor. Like a lot of people, actually, even Costa from Iron Pegasus, he's like, that was my favorite one you ever did. He's like, that was really good.
I'm going to check that out. That sounds interesting to me. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's just me and him. But I interviewed Sadistic. It's both brothers, the Cortez brothers, Ban Rick from Sadistic Intent. That was actually that same day. That's same day I did Scott from Repulsion. I've all kinds.
Good
you
stuff.
know what I mean? Yeah. So. But yeah, is there anything, Patrick, that you want to shout out or add in? Then I'll let you go. I got to go to a family event in the next 30 minutes, anyways, too.
Well, we could raging on poses for the entire day, but I think we are pretty much good.
Oh, let's put some advertisement there. What's newest out, or like what's coming out next in Iron Pegasus?
Oh, there's the last 3 releases of the year coming out next week. It's older outlier from Australia. They previously had been known as Innsmouth.
Oh yeah, I like that band. I didn't even know they did
name and a couple members, and they're now older outlier.
Oh shit, I didn't even know, because they did one full length and one EP, right? Both on 12 inch.
Yeah, the demo. Yeah.
That's because I own both those on 12 inch.
It's a 12 inch, yeah.
Yeah, but I own both the Innsmouth. Like I didn't even know they changed it. I didn't even know about it. You're informing me.
I wouldn't know either until they got in touch and was like, "Hey, we recorded some new music."
Yeah. Nice.
So this one is coming out and it's fucking brilliant. If you love Innsmouth, you're gonna love this.
So it's basically just Innsmouth with a new band.
Maybe a bit more of a black metal touch in there too.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we got Haxissa, the Austrian band.
Okay. Yep.
And we got Grave Taker from Finland.
Great.
It's a new band with the first recording, and they self-released this on CD, and I do a vinyl version of it. They describe it as Soulside Journey era Dark Throne meets Catharsis from Germany.
Okay.
Catharsis.
Yeah. Nice. So those are the 3 last releases coming up before the new year, though.
Yeah. Next week.
Yeah, so guys, check that out.
And they are on the way to Hell's Headbangers right now.
Yes, correct me if I'm wrong, Chase. Do we get every single one of your releases?
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah, because I have said that before on the channel.
Yeah.
Because again, I'll end it with this and I make fun of them on the channel. There's people that have found out about Hell's Headbangers from me doing the YouTube channel, right?
Right.
And I'm like, oh, well, surely, okay, cool. I was like, that's cool. I was like, surely they're 16 years old, right?
This happens always. It's like you think you're around for 20 years, doing a lot of promotion, having a shitload of releases, and there's always the one person coming up and it's like, I never heard of you.
Right. But dude, like that's what there was people that were telling me this, and they were like 35, 40 years old, like my age and shit. I'm like, whoa. I was like, how the fuck have you been into this for over 20 years? You never heard of this?
On the other hand, maybe I was always thinking maybe, they can be dedicated people and know a lot about music, but they just don't care so much about the persons who actually release it. I was often thinking if that's the case.
That crossed my mind too, and I took that consideration. I was like, but surely you flipped over a release and you saw the name. Like I wasn't passionate. For example, I'm not like passionate about Metal Blade Records, but I know who Metal Blade Records is because they released King Diamond and Sacred Reich and Cannibal Corpse. I wasn't like, who? You know what I mean? But I made
Right.
the statement. I was like, dude, that was kind of like the sadistic intent Nunslaughter. I was like, I'm sorry, dude. I was like, if you never heard of, and I said, I was like, Hell's Headbangers, Nuclear Now, Iron Bonehead, Iron Pegasus, High Roller Records. I was like, if you never heard of any of those labels, I'm sorry, you are not into underground metal. You
Yeah.
might like commercial metal, or you don't buy physical format. I was like, if you never, like, just you never heard of them, I was like, I'm sorry, you're not an underground. You're just not an underground
Yeah.
metal music.
Yeah.
You're just
Well,
not.
if you're deeply into it, definitely. But yeah, maybe some people just don't pay so much attention about the label thing. Maybe it's us being into it so much that
Yeah.
we think it's like they must know it. They must have heard it at some point. But maybe there's just a
Goddamn, Patrick,
random dedicated music listener who's just not caring about who's actually releasing the music.
well, you give humanity a better more but benefit of doubt than I do. I'm much nicer than I am because I just went ape shit on them. So yeah, go over to Iron Bonehead Records. He's a hell of a lot nicer than I am. So, or like I said, if you're in the U.S., we get all his stuff in stock. And then, do you stock all our releases too? Like, do you even
Yes.
like look at?
Yeah,
Okay,
well, pretty much. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah. So like, yeah. And then if you're over in Germany and need anything on Hell's Headbangers, then just
Yeah,
check out
there's
Iron
just
Bonehead.
another delivery coming in from your latest stuff, like the Deranged and Abominator record.
Because a lot of that the stuff we drop ship that to you now. Do you
Yeah,
or my?
yeah, but they collect it and then they put it on my pallets.
Yeah, okay. So you get it on a big pallet too. Then just
Yeah,
all
so
ship at the same
like
time.
they shipped my last 3-year releases last
Yeah.
week, and that shipment has your last batch too.
Okay. Yeah. So just on one big skid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes when we get our releases in too, yeah, there'll be like 3 boxes of your stuff that's just shuffled in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
I didn't know if they did the same thing for you since it's over in Europe, so it's still cheaper for
No,
shipping.
they do the same thing. They just collect it, and if there's another shipment going out to me with one of my releases, they just add anything that is available for me from like has Headbangers or whatever other label that has something ready at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you still do you still trade a lot with Nuclear now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get his
It's
stuff
like in the US for me, it's like has Headbangers, Nuclear War and Dark Descent.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense.
Because
yeah.
all of these 3 labels they deal with from heavy to grindcore. You can sort them with anything. It's not so specific like other labels. They're only into black metal or only into death metal. So
yeah. No, that was the whole thing with Hell's Headbangers. I never wanted it just to be all death metal or all black metal. I was like, why? I was like, I'll just let's put out what the fuck we like. I mean, within reason. I was like, if one of us liked like some hip hop, something that wasn't metal, I was like, obviously we wouldn't put that out. That was just a personal thing.
Maybe you should reissue the Bulldozer thing then.
Oh yeah, the later Bulldozer. It's funny, dude. Dawn of the Dead was down at the warehouse the other day, and he heard later Bulldozer like recently. They were on tour and they were listening to the van. He's like, dude, he's like, that shit is unlistenable.
Do you know the record where they were mixing Bulldozer thrash with like rap music?
See, I didn't know this until like 2 weeks ago. Don was just telling me. I was like, I knew the later. Okay. I was like, I knew there. I heard later albums because I only like the first 2. I was like, the later albums, I didn't care for. So I was like, but I didn't know they were doing that.
Yeah.
What album is that called? Where it's got the rap shit?
I forgot about it. I bought it back then from Halion Records in Germany. And I sold it pretty much immediately to a local record store.
That was in the 90s or was that early 2000s?
That was in the 90s, yeah. It must have been like mid to late 90s, something like that. I can't really recall it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I never heard that.
I just remember it's fucking horrible. That's all I remember.
Yeah, that's what that must be what he heard because he was having a field day on it. He's like,
you just have to check it out for a minute, and you will be like, oh fuck.
I'll put in YouTube Bulldozer the rap album.
Yeah,
pop right up in the search engine.
Horrible.
Yeah.
If you see the band, how they started, what they thought about, that's a good idea to mix being Bulldozer and mixing this with rap music. But maybe that was like a mid-90s, end of 90s thing too, as we were just talking about. People moved on to listen to techno music or rap music. Maybe they thought after not being so popular, not being like Slayer or Megadeth or Metallica, maybe they thought it's like, okay, let's try it with rap music.
I think a lot of bands, dude. I think a lot of bands are trying that. Just like even bands which they are obviously were popular, Slayer. I think that's why they put out that
Oh,
Diabolism music
true,
cover
true.
because they were
I
like, dude. I'm
love to
telling you right
forget
now,
about that.
dude. They won't admit it. They'll never admit this, but this is 100% what they were doing, dude. When Slayer put out Diabolism Musica, what they were trying to do is they seen that bands like Korn and Slipknot and Limp Bizkit were blowing up, so they put that shit out. I'm telling you right now, that's 100% what it was. They're like, oh, this is what kids like. Let's add some of this fucking yo fucking lingo,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's 100% what it is. And then it backfired on them. That's like, oh well, shit, that didn't work out.
I got bad memories on that record because the old Witchburner bass player, he was like Slayer was his biggest band since the 80s. And he
Yep.
was Slayer, Slayer, Slayer. And then Diabolus came out and he wanted to love it so much because it's Slayer.
Yeah.
And we had to listen to the thing like 20 times that night. And he tried to find something good in it. But then the next day, it's like, okay, it sucks. Even after listening to it for 20 times, it still sucks.
so even in the end, even he admitted it. He didn't like it either.
No.
Yeah.
I had to give up.
Dude, you can kind of tell. But even before you listen to it, because I remember when that came out, I think that was 98.
It's the artwork already. Look at that fucking stupid artwork.
That's what I'm saying. But dude, even the logo.
You see it and you don't want to buy it.
No, dude, I know the cover is terrible, but so is the logo. The font,
absolutely.
everything. Yeah, you can just tell. You like kind of like Celtic Frost into Pandemonium. It's like, how the fuck did you look at the very least? Because back then you couldn't listen to it for free like you can today. At the very least, when you're in the record store, when you picked it up, the first thing that should have came out of your mouth is fucking uh-oh. That's what it came out of. That's what it like. What do you mean? Like this? Holy, I guess I'm going to check it out. But goddamn, this is going to suck. That's what I mean. How is that not in the back of your head?
Yeah, absolutely. So we listened to it for 20 times in one night.
Goddamn,
out it sucks.
That's about fucking what 18 hours worth of torture because it's roughly a 45-minute album.
It was a long weekend drinking session.
Oh, man, what must have been? You must have been drinking the hard percentage shit.
Yeah,
get through that.
Still young.
Yeah. Now back then too, like when you were listening to it, were you guys like reading the lyrics too to kind of get to know it and giving it more of a chance to?
He bought a CD because that was the first thing available in the local record.
Yeah.
Store at the train station, and so he came from his outside shop, and at the train station he went into that magazine, CDs, whatever shop at the train station and just grabbed it. Went home, called everyone, come out. I'm going to buy beer. I got a new Slayer. We're going to sit down and listen to the new Slayer, and that's how it happened.
And nobody in the room liked it?
No. I mean, it starts with the artwork, with the logo, as you say, and then just the sound of the whole thing, the compressed sound, that modern, almost like hardcore, or what is it? I mean, it's not old school hardcore, but
90s hardcore type stuff.
90s hardcore, whatever, and I don't know, like those intentions to make people jump.
Yeah. The jumpy shit. 100%. Yeah, see, because my memory of it, I used to remember there being parts that Tom was literally like, in a sense, kind of rapping, like his lyrical lines. I was like, the fuck? That was my memory of it, but it's been a while since I heard it, to say the least.
Yeah. So I never went back to it.
Yeah,
for good.
I'm sure you're not missing anything.
Yeah. Oh well.
All right, Patrick. Well, I'll let you go, man. Appreciate this.
Yeah, thanks for the interview. It was good fun.
Joe, too, send me any links you want in the description box. I'll put ironbonehead.com, and I'll put if you want your Facebook, Instagram, whatever the hell you want in there, just free advertisement. I'll put the links in the description box, because again, these kids of today, they can't even fucking type something in a Google search. They literally have to click a goddamn link. They're so goddamn lazy. So I keep forgetting. I need to slap them huggies up. First, put some baby powder on that ass and slap the hugs up, because they're used to mama doing it for them. So when they come over to your shit, you got to do it for them, because they're used to mommy tying their shoes.
I will start you with some.
Perfect. All right, man. Well, you need anything else? You know where to hit me. You got my email.
All right. Yeah. Maybe at some point in person for a good chat.
Yeah. You tell you what, man. If you want to check out shitty ass Ohio, granted it's not bad in the month of August.
I was in Ohio actually at the Classic Metal Fest in 2001.
Okay, yeah, that was before we knew each other, but
Yeah,
yeah, you can always come, dude. Dead by Dog Volume 2, my second show slash fest. Be the
yeah.
whole weekend. We're doing the Hell's Open Warehouse on Friday. It's August 1st, 2026. You're free to come out. Hell, I'll even put you on the goddamn guest list.
I think we can't. We are not even allowed to come over at the moment.
Why not?
Oh, there's this new regulation that you need to give them your email, your social media for like the past 10 years and whatever kind of stuff. And then they decide if you're allowed to come in, even as a tourist.
Okay,
So,
because I'm doing right now. I'm in the process. I'm having a lawyer agency. The headlining band I'm having play is Denial of God.
awesome.
Because Denial of God's never been the U.S. ever.
Yeah,
This will be their first and only show.
yeah. I did
And
it so good.
their visas are, I mean, I already paid for the visas. Like they're paid
Yeah.
in full. And it's just my personal show. But so it's on a Saturday. And the day before, we just like this past one we did, Attic was my headlining band this past one. But the day before, we just we do a Hell's Headbangers open warehouse. People come, they shop, all the people from out of state. I had Attic and other bands are just hanging out in that warehouse, just hanging out, drinking beer, eating burgers. It was a really, really good time. It was really, really cool. A lot of people,
Sounds good.
yeah, people are like, yeah, that was one of the most enjoyable weekends I've ever had. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to make it a whole event, not just, hey, come watch some bands and get the fuck out of here. It's like it's a whole hangout event, you know?
Nice. Nice one. That
So
sounds good. Yeah.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
really, really cool. So you'd get to check out the Hell's compound and everything. But if Orange Man's not letting you in, then I guess you might be fucked.
See me when I move, Schultz.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. So all right, well, it's good
Move them
talking to you, man.
closer, you're faster.
Yeah, 100%. All right, Patrick. Well, you know, yeah, if you need anything, you know where to hit me up.
Yeah. Thanks,
All right.
man. Hey,
Yep.
have a
Later.
good one. Bye
You
bye.
too. Later, goddammit.